Tu dia.
Tu dia. Telur sotong nak? Telur sotong.
Don't want telur sotong. Jiffy in the house together with me, myself, Antarta Nepshot Studio Thursday preview show. Jiff, as usual, 9
As
p.m.
usual.
Right on the dot. Right, we are 1 minute late, but it's okay. As you know, they say
It's okay.
lateness is greatness, bro. Lateness is
Good
greatness.
good things come late.
Yes,
Ah,
good to be a guna.
guna.
Remember that, Jiff. Jiff,
Guna,
are you
eh?
all?
Not Gunasan, eh?
No, not Gunasan. Hey, where's the guy? Gunasan?
No idea, bro. I think he retired.
No idea.
Bro.
I think he should be retired already, lah. Huh? Okay,
Yeah.
Jeff. Thursday night as usual, man. Looking forward to the weekend. Last weekend.
Of course, you look forward to the weekend. Your team is flying high. I
War a
hope.
week.
I hope.
War a week. War a start. Two matches only. Still, Jeff. Two
Yep.
matches only.
Only two
But it
matches in.
seems like the whole Premier League has been panning itself. Has
Hey,
been playing out for an eternity, man. A
but
lot
the
of
2 weeks,
drama.
them gempang, the week.
True.
Unexpected
Yeah.
results.
Yeah.
And the small things are pulling surprises.
Yes.
It's so good, man.
That one. Right.
Despite my team is not getting any win yet, but I still feel like it's a good start, man. Good
And
start.
that's why when I was watching the Chelsea, I don't know whether you caught the Chelsea and Spurs game, the level of
Oh,
intensity that was being portrayed on that day,
that is
I think that can only be achieved after 10 rounds of the Premier
true.
League. Right? The level of intensity.
I didn't
The,
expect both manager go head to head. No,
that's why.
it's so early on. It's just only the second game of the league.
You know what? The
Crazy.
next time, I think the next time when Conte or rather when Tuchel comes to visit the Tottenham Stadium, right? Conte prepared the buzzer here, right at the pump for Tuchel.
The electric buzzer, right?
The electric buzzer. He must come out with some proper party trick ready.
Something lah.
Yeah,
Confirm.
what's the problem? Shaking hands also can be a problem now, Jeff.
You won't be surprised he put on the toss. Is it toss? What the superhero
Thanos.
name?
Thanos.
Yeah,
Jeff,
the Thanos glove.
don't get it mixed up.
Sorry lah, I'm not into superhero lah.
Okay, all right, I forgive you. Okay, yes. So can you imagine the next time they all come head to head? Conte, electric buzzer here, and then Tuchel, Thanos,
Thanos.
Thanos glove, and then they
Tu
go for a
dia.
check. Jeff, but of course, if they are looking at the both of us, wait, is it going to be just the both of you for tonight? Of course not, Jeff. We'll be
Of
getting
course not.
two more players, right? Two more big players into the stream as well. But for now, guys, just hang on for a bit. All right, we're gonna play you this little sexy of an introduction, of course, done by Mr. Jiffy. And today, if you might be asking, hey, what's the agenda for tonight? Here you go. Game week 3, all preview. So we've got really good talking points for tonight, Jiff. I'm really excited for this, man.
I'm
Because
looking forward to it too, man.
all hell will break loose. Okay. Of course, we are going to go through all the list of fixtures, all the 10 games. Starting from the early kickoff, which is Tottenham Hotspur against Wolverhampton. Matthews Nunes, I hope he's going to make his debut. That's an exciting one.
Hopefully, yep.
So complete game week 3, guys. So let's go through the whole rigmarole of game week 3. I want you all to come in as well with the predictions. And look, this is not what we are here for. All right, we are all here for this, Jeff. This one, the big one, the mammoth clash between these two teams right now, who is languishing in the relegation zone.
It's a relegation battle this Monday, yeah.
Straight shootout, Jeff. All right, for two potential relegated teams. Okay, and of course, with that comes this. Liverpool, Jeff, are they really in a crisis? Because I'm looking around and I'm actually reading a couple of stuff on the internet, especially on Twitter. Not the best place for you to get your news and information from, but it looks like the sentiment is an all-time low right now. I don't know about
Yep.
you, man, but of course we are going
We'll
to
talk about it
extend
later,
further.
yeah.
Yes, and of course, Jeff, with Liverpool, they are not playing themselves. Your eternal nemesis. Hi ho, hi ho. How low? How low can they sing? Can they go any lower than what they are at right now, Jeff? So
This is going to be a very hot topic,
Hot topic
with
as
the
usual. So
amount
I'm
of
gonna keep it.
United fans.
I'm
Yeah.
going to keep it to the very last part, okay?
Yep.
But for now, sit tight, hang on. We'll see you in 40 seconds time. Boom!
Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Check it out now. The Funk Soul Brother. Right about now. The Funk Soul Brother. Check it out now. The Funk Soul Brother. Right about now. The Funk Soul Brother. Check it out now. The Funk Soul Brother. Right about now. The Funk Soul Brother. Right about now. About now. About now. About now.
Best memories, FIFA 97, 98, 99. What was your pick up? The most standout memory that you have of FIFA 97, 98, 99? The brand new one's coming out. Anything in particular that you like the most? Is it the free kick,
97, 98. Oh, you
the
know what I like the
penalty?
most?
You can bend the
Everyone
arrow.
looked the same.
Oh,
Everyone
yes.
looked the same.
And almost everybody have the same pace.
Correct. And I remember Terry Henry having a blonde hair in one of the 97 or 98 out of nowhere.
What a way. Talking about technology, right? Back then. But I think for me, the standout memory was definitely the set pieces. You can bend the arrow, Jif, all the way into the goal.
Correct.
More often than not, you will score from those.
You can even swing it out of the stadium and they enter back the stadium and score a goal.
They come back again to the stadium.
Yeah. Hey, but remember
Mm.
not, in 99 or 2000,
Mm-hmm.
there's one FIFA where you can actually key in a cheat code
Uh-huh.
where you can actually call the UFO.
UFO?
No joke, man. I think it's FIFA.
I'm
It's either 99 or 2000.
I
Seriously.
I don't do this cheating
You know,
stuff.
when you.
But those of you guys who have seen that before, who have been a culprit, or rather no, who have been the serial offender, who has been using Game Sharks, who has been using cheat code FC, please place it in the comment. What is your best memory of the olden times FIFA? We're talking about the game, of course, 97, 98, 99. Like myself, it's the arrow, the bending arrow that can lead you straight into goal. For Jeef, he mentioned the UFO. We've heard
Yeah.
of crazier stuff when it comes to FIFA, but this is definitely right top of the pile. UFO landing on the pitch, is it, Jeff?
No, no, no. It's at the top. So when you're dribbling,
Uh huh.
the UFO will shine the light on you and
Okay.
they will suck your player up, bro.
Jeff, is this Sims or is this FIFA?
No joke, bro. I'll share the video with you after the show, bro.
Okay, all right, cool. Jeff, as promised, we are not alone, Jeff. We are bringing two
Yeah.
damsels in distress. All right,
Yeah.
one have not eaten for the past 2 weeks. Right now, he is left just flesh and bone, Jeff. Nothing
18,
left in him.
18 kilos, right? He lost. He lost
I
18
think
kilos, right?
5 minutes ago, 1 more kilo up. So total, yeah,
Oh,
total
yeah.
19 kilos by now. All right. And after this stream, somebody please check on him. Malnutrition. All right. So this guy, he looks like Quinton Fortune. How they can do with a Quinton Fortune in the squad right now, Jeff? Without further ado, our boy here. We've got Fair Budget in the house.
Hey guys, good evening guys, good evening.
Good evening, Fear.
Oh, the
Yeah.
voice still okay, Jeff? The voice still
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, surprisingly, yeah.
Surprisingly,
Don't ask me how am I. It's still the same.
still
No
the same.
changes.
No changes still, huh? But Fair, you ready to go for tonight, Jeff?
Yes.
Okay, I just called him Jif anyway, yeah? Okay, fair. So hang on tight, fair. Because, of course, being the good people that we are in Napshot, we are not going to leave you stranded by yourself. We're bringing another guy in. This is the one, the Mamba. He is really unhappy, you know. I met him yesterday, all right? We'll speak about it. He's really unhappy with all the drama that is unfolding right now. He has a lot to say when it comes to Manchester United and the Glazers out. So let's bring him, the one and only Mamba is back.
Mamba is back. What's up, fellas? Nice to
Why-
what's up, Chief?
Why are you streaming from your
Hi.
phone?
Because I'm packing to go to JB in another 1 hour's time.
Okay.
So
Wow.
I'm packing
What is-
vigorously.
Is it for what? Massage? Massage?
No, it's actually for live purposes, guys.
What life
Is it-
purposes?
Is it Teh Tarik Gajah or not? You're going there for Teh Tarik Gajah, is it?
I mean, I would love to go there. I'm going to my pre-wedding photo shoot, guys.
Wow!
Wow.
Pre-wedding photo shoot!
Yeah, man. That is
Joe.
why I'm rushing.
Don't get trapped, Joe. Don't get trapped into this, Joe. Ask me and Phil. Don't get trapped into
That is why I'm
all
packing
this
now,
bubble.
guys. But
Don't
I will
get
not miss
trapped.
next shot show for a reason, man.
Joe, have you signed on the dotted line, Joe? If you have not, it's not too late to reconsider your position, Joe.
And you better make sure Pearly is not watching this.
Pearly, if you are, you know this is coming from a good place, and I will always love you, Whitney Houston. All right, Joe, let's
Yeah.
go on, Jeff, and also Freer. Let's go on. I'll just take a bit of comment this time around. I have all my comments appearing up. We've got Jeff. This first one from our Twitch. Wow,
Ooh,
He must-
edgy
What-
King Ryan.
yeah, he must be the only citizen right there in Twitch because nobody else watches us from Twitch. But anyway, what's good, Jen? What's good, Edgy King Ryan? He's a Spurs guy. He usually watch us from YouTube, but this time on Twitch. Hey, Ryan, I just
Is he
wanted to know.
Noah's friend?
I don't know. I think Noah has only about 3 friends in this world right now. That's you, me, and Faris. So this guy must be the fourth one. But Ryan, I just want to know, man, how's the experience like watching us from Twitch? All right, so just place it in a comment. And then we've got the brand new skinhead boy. So
Ooh.
Oh,
Fair Majid is his idol. After looking at after looking at Fair last week, he decided to go all
Hey,
Fair
Musi
Majid.
boy, this one is what? Raymond?
Uncle Raymond lah. Fair, Uncle Raymond's here. Cheng, cheng. Please ignore him, okay? Please ignore him. He's right now going through a period of time that is really tough and challenging for him. Hey, Papa Bear, Blue Wave. Wait, Blue Wave is. Wait, what Blue Wave is? Is it the one at East
I
Coast?
hope I can go to Blue Wave, bro, but I don't think so. I'm going there, man.
And also, congratulations, my man from Faris. And yeah, a couple of guys just raining in Joe with congrats. Guys, Papa Bear, you are married as well. Can you give him a word of advice? Is this really something that he really wants to do long term, Papa Bear? Come on. And then we got another one. Honestly, Twitch is a relatively sophisticated live streaming platform to use compared to YouTube
Oh,
or
that guy
Facebook.
replied, huh?
Yeah, he did it. Of course, he's watching us from there. What? Good evening, Nap Shotters, and enjoy your wedding shoot, Joe. Well,
Thanks, Vic. Thanks,
I,
Victor.
I, hopefully the cameraman will turn up big time. Not the cameraman of Manchester United because, boy, you don't want to go there. You you don't want your pre-wedding shoot to turn out Manchester United. You don't want.
I hope. I hope.
But anyway, speaking of which,
Imagine,
alright,
imagine if the cameraman turned out to be G.
Joe, whatever you do, you gotta lift Pearly up to your height, okay? If not, your wedding picture comes out. Hey, Maguire and Lisandro Martinez getting married in JB.
Actually, I'm about to offer my video editing service to you, lah. You want none?
Really? Then I'll probably hit you up for something, bro.
The last time he edited a video, it was about Martinez, Hans Vogel, being slapped by Great Kali. Joe, don't go there. If you need a better one, Papa Bear can do that for you as well. The last one, we've got Papa Bear. Hey, I reserve comment. Later, wife kill me. Message lah, message, can message what? Alright, without further ado, let's go on to the first match day, or rather the first game for match week number 3. Guys, we are going to do Tottenham versus Wolves first Saturday, of course. First kickoff at 7:30 p.m. Hey, wait. What do you think of 7:30 p.m. kickoff, Jif? Is that the timing that you like? I personally don't like it, man. It's a bit of a mad rush.
For me, it's okay because usually I don't have plans over the weekend. So
Badminton?
Badminton is on weekdays, bro.
Oh, badminton weekdays. Okay.
Weekdays.
Okay, all right. Okay. So it's okay for you, right? 7:30. But
Badminton
Jif,
is cool for me, man.
it's good for you. Guys, I want you all to also rein in with the predictions. And if there's anything that we should
Yep.
actually pick up, Joe, no, you're okay. No more lagging. It's all good. Wolves versus Tottenham, or rather Tottenham versus Wolves. This is to be played at the brand new Tottenham Stadium. Let's go with Jif. Jif,
Hold
we
up.
know what
They
we
have a
know.
new stadium?
They do. New stadium, same old Spurs. No, this is slightly brand new lah. Brand new Spurs. Brand new Spurs. Okay, under
Hey,
Conte.
later the Spurs fans won't watch you. Huh?
Oh, later. Oh. Okay. Jif, first and foremost, I think it's not only that we are talking about Tottenham Hotspur, but the brand new signing by Wolves. All right, the highly touted Matthews Nunes. Everybody wanted him. Remember, we spoke about him on the first episode. I said explicitly, the next team that's going to get Matthews Nunes is going to not only upgrade their midfield, right, by multiple folds, but they are getting a potentially a world-class player. I think
How
he's
many
just
more
on the cusp.
Portuguese, man?
Hey, I saw this stat, since 2018, all right, they have signed a total of 43 players, Wolf, right? They have spent about 450 million, and out of the 43, 23 has actually come from the Portuguese context,
Whoa,
from
only
Jorge
23.
Mendes, 23 half. But easy, right, to be a scout for Wolves. You don't even need to do scouting, bro. Just call up.
Just go to Portugal.
Any players? Any players now? I need one. So easy. Half of it has actually come through that route. But Jif, Matthews Nunes, you wanted him as well?
Yep. I think a lot of clubs actually aftering him besides Liverpool. If you look at the transfer news, there are clubs like, I think even Man United are linked with him, right?
We are
Yeah.
linked with
Liverpool.
everyone.
Yeah.
Yes. So
He
yes,
with
he
punching
shown
points also, bro.
he shown a lot of potential last season.
Yeah.
In the Portuguese league, and like you said, any club that gets him is an instant upgrade to the squad.
Yeah.
Having him in the midfield, at the heart of midfield, and looking at Wolf, for the first two games after Neto is back from their long injury, right? They are depending on him to actually come to lift to play along Neves
Yep.
and try to lift up back the midfield, but Neto is pretty disappointing, and we can't blame him. It's only 2 games into the season,
Yep.
and he's out for a long injury.
Yep.
But having Nunes filling in that spot will definitely be a breather for him and also for Wolf. No,
And a much needed one, yeah, because I don't think
correct.
Wolves has actually won any games just yet.
No.
They are still winning.
Yes, they
Uh,
drew with Fulham last
they
week.
do
Yeah.
Fulham as well. Fair. This guy,
Yep.
Matthews Nunes. What do you think the potential is, and would you compare him to any sort of players right now playing their trades in the Premier League at this current moment?
Actually, not really. I think he's. Well, I watched his video on YouTube as well.
You saw his
Yeah.
goal last week. That scorcher of a goal. I think 45 yards. He just let one just rip off.
That seals it basically. Yeah, I
Boy.
think basically he reminds me of what is that guy name from Everton? Tom Davis or Simon Davis? Tom Davis.
Tom
Right?
Davis.
Tom Davis.
When Tom Davis first break into the Everton squad,
Ah.
whoa, that was how actually I watched Nunes in his videos. Yeah, but
Yeah.
hopefully he can learn a lot from Ruben Neves, Moutinho, all
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Hope it doesn't end like how Davis is. Suddenly stagnant.
Hey.
But there's so much potential in him.
Everton fan watching us, Papa Bear.
Oh.
Tom Davis. But you're right, when Tom Davis actually first broke in, there was a lot of hype and hope. And I really liked what I saw from him. Someone who can actually be really progressive on the ball, someone who can actually break those stalemates, right? Especially with the key passes. Someone who's really provocative in the way he plays the ball. And look at where he is right now. Yeah, but I think Fair I can pick up. Just don't be the next Tom Davis. That's okay. But Joe, I look at his physique. This guy reminds me a lot of Jack Rodwell, man. His physique from top to toe.
Stop
He looks
reading
like
my
a
mind.
Jack Rodwell. Exactly in terms of just the physical stature.
One more. Morgan Snyder.
Morgan Schneiderlin. Schneider is
Schneiderlin.
Schneiderlin. Don't,
Got the name wrong.
don't try to hybrid of Wesley Schneider and Schneiderlin. Morgan Schneider.
I
Schneiderlin.
think it's a combination, of playing. But the thing is, this boy can play really
Mm-hmm.
well on box-to-box midfield, and he really can. He can complement well with Neves lah. But I just feel this could be a replacement for what's the other
Ruben
player
Neves.
for? No. The other
Then
midfielder.
Donker.
No. Martino.
Moutinho.
Moutinho.
Okay. Yeah.
So I
Yep.
think because as much as I love Moutinho, that fella has a lot of
Mm.
engine in him. But I think he's like a perfect replacement. So imagine a midfield trio of like Neves, Nunes,
Your boy.
and maybe Dentonga. I've got a good feeling Dentonga might drop back to being a centre back because
Centre back,
there was
yeah,
one good
yeah.
season he played really well as a centre back, man.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep,
but
true.
the thing is they have I think they signed they lost one the centre back, right? Their captain.
Connor
Connor
Cody,
Cody,
yeah.
Connor Cody went to Everton.
Everton on loan, yeah.
Wait,
Man,
is it on
I'm-
loan?
On loan,
Is it
yeah.
on loan?
Okay.
On loan.
Yeah, on loan. On loan, yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
on
okay.
loan. Like I'm
Wow.
still
Yeah.
trying to. I mean, and no
I
disrespect.
cannot
but
understand. I
I
can't
still
understand
don't
this
understand
move.
this transfer. I really don't understand. Like, why Cody would want to go to Everton though? Where,
Stranger
but then
things.
I can't wait to see Nunes. But the thing is, I think it'll be a very bad idea for him to come on against Tottenham though.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Tottenham now that we are on it. Tottenham. Jeff, how impressed were you against Chelsea? Because I thought Chelsea in the second half, all right, even large part of the first half, in fact, they were the more impressive outfit. But what you can take away, if I'm a Spurs fan, I can take a lot of heart into that performance because they hung out, or rather they hung on, and they got a draw at Stamford Bridge. And let's be fair, they didn't really turn up that day, and they still came out of the bridge with 1 point. With really, really resilient performance by Spurs. Right, Jeff?
Yeah, but yeah, overall you can see Chelsea dominating the whole game against Spurs actually. And if you were to ask me for the first 90 minutes, I would say Chelsea will get an easy, a definite win against Spurs. And no one would expect Harry Kane to actually score the 96 equalizer.
Yeah.
But if you look at overall at the game, right, like what we spoke the previous week, the front three of between Kane, Son, and so
Kulusevski.
Kulusevski, yes, correct.
Mhm.
So one thing good if you think about them is that the intensity of the team, I would say,
Yeah. Yeah.
how much they try to win the ball back, even though Chelsea are dominating the game. You
Yep.
see, they are chasing down players,
Mhm.
and not to say the never give up attitude that the
Attitude,
team
yeah.
had,
Yeah.
because if not many team can actually pull out a 96-minute win
Yeah.
equalizer,
Yeah.
a goal.
Yep.
especially when you're going up against Chelsea. And
Chelsea.
Mendy has
Very
been on top
defensive.
form
Mhm.
in the game, and it's really unlucky for him to concede the last minute goal. But overall, despite the draw, I would
Mhm.
say that's probably the best game that we had for this season so far.
So far,
Yeah,
yeah.
so far,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep. And Fir, do you see right now the Spurs outfit that has taken the shape and the mold, and of course the attitude of Antonio Conte? Because I saw a lot of Antonio Conte, man, in that performance.
Yeah. I think there was, although they never turn up, basically they didn't really turn up well.
Yeah.
But you can actually just sense that they didn't throw in the towel.
Yeah.
Just like let's not mention any team who throw in towel after the first goal. But literally you can see that they are trying to push. Although Chelsea actually neutralized all their attack.
Yeah.
Why? Why?
Yes. Yeah, but
Why?
Calma.
Fidawas, why?
Calma. Relax. Fir. Try to control first your emotion, alright? We will get to it, Fir. We will cross the bridge, okay?
I think you will
But
be
yes.
alone, man, Phil.
But yes, back to Spurs.
yeah, I think
You
basically
mentioned, yeah, they
that's
hung
how
on.
it's
No surrender attitude.
correct.
And with that, all right, and with that, right now, in terms of where they could actually potentially finish, also just bear in mind, I think Edgy King Ryan has also chimed in with his comment. One of their cornerstone at the back, I think not this one, is pertaining Christian Romero will be out for some time, so that's gonna be a huge miss, man. Christian Romero playing in the center back position, of course, he is so integral in the back three. Do you think that will be put to major test against Wolves, Joe?
Nah, I think Hoiberg will probably fall back as a centre back, man. And then they will have another midfielder in to probably roll the puck. Because usually Conte, the uniqueness of Conte, right? He doesn't
Mm.
really just rely on a few players.
Mm-hmm.
No, he relies on the system that he let the players play for him.
Yep.
The same thing actually can be said for Klopp as well. Because
Mm.
if you have watched these two managers, right, especially these two,
Yeah.
even if the young boys were to play, right, they are still playing the same system than the
Mhm.
manager wanted. So I don't think so. It'll be a lot much of a butthurt for Romero to be out injured. I
Mhm.
mean, yes, he's a good defender and all this, but I mean, come on, man. Hoiberg at centre back, or even Eric Dyer, or
They also have
uh,
Davison Sanchez, right,
They
on
got
the bench.
yeah,
Sanchez, they got
Yeah,
Sanchez as
Clement
well. And that boy
Longley as
was
well.
like, he's still killing it. Like towards the end of last season as well, he was playing really well.
Yep.
So I don't think so. They'll feel that much impact. And Wolves, surprisingly, they did not start the season that well. So I don't know, man. I think this
Okay.
could be a walk in the
Prediction.
park.
Prediction for you, Joe, before we move on to the next
I
one.
think it's an easy 3-1 win for Tottenham.
Easy 3-1. Well, I could see a 3-1 as well. But like what AG King Rian have actually mentioned, with Wolves is a bit of a boogie team because Wolves will always be there to upset the party for Spurs.
Yeah,
But
that's
let's see.
true. We
Let's
won't
see.
get wrong. But the thing is, usually when that happens, it's
Yep.
when Wolves are really on the roll. You know, they win a few games.
Oh
Remember
yeah,
that's
good
where
point.
when
Good
they
point. Good
played
point. Yeah.
Liverpool, then they had a tough games and all. Yeah,
But you know, right?
whenever they the
We
slump,
Wolf,
yeah, go on.
they will always give you a good run for your money.
Only
You
with one club.
Oh no! Even against
Only
Arsenal,
one club.
no, even against Arsenal, it's not only purely your club. We had to really dig in really deep last season to get a last minute winner against them playing at home.
Phil, how long we need to dig? For how many years?
Wow, bro. That's not
There
the
were
same, man.
games that we won at 3 a.m., man, bro.
Don't speak to
Nah.
Spurs first. Don't speak to Spurs first, okay? For Manchester United. Okay. All right. Let's take also 3-1 from Joe. I want to see all the comment section coming in thick and fast
Yeah,
with
keep
the
it
prediction.
going.
David, not sure he's going. My call 50 million. Let him go lah for I don't know 50
Oh,
million for Davis.
serious? Papa,
You'll
man,
be
you're okay
surprised.
to let Gordon leave. Wow.
Oh, David got lost in translation. Started wearing funny clothes like DCL. You got a fan in Hector Bellerin. And then what's up, Nestor? What's down, man? You fans? Just listening in. Peace. Gordon has no end product, just like Gray being a local boy. We support him more. And then again, 50 million. Crazy money name that is being banded around right now in football.
Crazy
50 million
money.
for
But this
Gordon.
guy got talent, man. And I think if
Yeah,
if
Joe,
there's
but
one
50
club that could really
million.
use him now, it could be Liverpool that can use him as well now.
Liverpool?
nah,
You know, right? He plays for Everton. He's not playing for
nah.
Blackpool.
How many players? Not many players have actually done that change.
No,
Right?
who was the last one? Was it
I would go for Nketiah lah.
Oh, I see.
It's clear. It's clear Conte has changed the mentality of the club. Let's see if that one will still remain and persevere throughout the whole 38 games, right? To put on a resolute performance against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge is a sign of improvement. I agree, bro. I
Yep.
agree.
Yeah.
I'm an Arsenal fan, but I gotta agree with you. I was really impressed. That component of Spurs, right? Really, really resilient. Yeah, Conte right now has arrive for Spurs. Let's go on to the next match, the next kickoff at 10 p.m. Of course, we go on with Papa Best Team, Everton versus Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest must be an all-time high right now, man. Their heads are all in cloud nine. 1-0 win against West Ham. But
Yeah.
I'm
Solid
not
game.
surprised. I'm not surprised. Last season, we got a 1-0 beating as well from Nottingham Forest. So I'm not surprised. I don't know if you guys are. Jave, Nottingham Forest last week against West Ham. I don't know if you caught a glimpse of them. Hey, your boy Nico
Yeah.
Williams, that boy,
Yeah.
he
I
he,
actually
he was
watched the
on it,
game.
man. He was on
Okay, it
it.
was an early game, so
Yeah.
I came back and from my badminton tournament,
Wish you
and
won.
I actually
Wish you won.
Man has been playing the rackets, huh?
Dude, I
yeah.
was not lying when I said what I said on Facebook. He has not completely, about on the verge of giving up on football, depending on what happens in the
Come
Northwest Derby.
on, G. Remember to play our futsal.
Nah.
But
Yeah,
Jave,
so,
yes,
so I
Forest.
actually watched the game, so it's really good. Nottingham Forest shows a lot of positivities in the game.
Mhm.
Like you said, Nico Williams, he didn't play the first game when
Yep.
Nottingham Forest go up against Newcastle,
Yep.
and you can see how Nottingham Forest actually struggled against Newcastle. Newcastle dominated
Yeah,
the whole game
correct.
from the kickoff start, but I was surprised that I thought they're gonna have they're gonna have the same performance against West Ham, knowing West Ham, how good they were last season, and with
Mhm.
the signings that they have made this season,
Yep.
I thought they're gonna be totally demolished by West Ham actually.
Uh-huh.
But seeing the likes of their most expensive striker, their breaking signing,
Awani.
Awoyini, yes.
What a goal! That has got to go into the
What
Pushkas
a goal,
catalog.
bro.
Pushkas catalog,
Puskas.
bro.
Puskas worthy of a goal,
In
bro.
regards how the goal is, he is the first goal scorer for Nottingham Forest in the Premier League
Since
after like
1998.
23 years, I think.
Yeah,
Yes.
since 1998. I think Kyle Bartley was the last guy to score a goal for Nottingham
Yeah.
Forest. Oh,
But
what a fairy tale ending.
beside the goal, watching the game, I know he's gonna score the goal because look at his work rate, look at
Mm.
the chances
Yeah,
that he's been
correct.
creating.
Yep.
His run, he's a big player, tall player, and yet
Yeah.
he can make those runs, creating a lot of troubles for West Ham defense.
Mhm.
So it's a good win. I said I'm impressed with Nottingham Forest. I hope they
Yep.
keep up their momentum so that they can stay in the league for
Yep.
this
Mhm.
season, the
Mhm.
upcoming season.
Yep.
And this week they're going up against Everton.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everton, Jeeve. Wow. Hey,
Everton.
Everton have been doing relatively well for me personally in the transfer market. Looking at the
Look
players
at
they've
that smile.
yeah, look at the players they've bought in, right? In comparison to what they have done over the past 3 to 5 seasons, especially under that fraud muscle brand. I think this is really a brand new dawn. I know, Jeff, maybe it's hard for you to recognize that, but I see a couple of players they have bought in, right? Namely people like Andre Onana. One. I think Andre Onana can actually fit in into any top six teams right now. Maybe not as a starter, but definitely on the bench. He will add a lot of quality on the bench. Okay.
Mhm.
And then I was looking at the defender. You got Tarkovsky at the back, right? So
Yeah.
that's a really good added quality at the back. And I think the only missing piece, like what I've mentioned last week, right, Phil, is still the attacker, the
Correct.
gunman, the sharpshooter. That's the only bit that they're missing.
They are
But
yet
hey,
to replace Richarlison
yeah,
up to
Richarlison,
today,
and
which
also
I'm
even
surprised
DCL.
actually. Because if you look into their squad, Everton, they don't
Mhm.
have much choice in the attacking
Yeah,
position.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And letting go of Richarlison, I thought they will be, going all out in the transfer window
To
to
go
look for the
someone
replacement.
marquee. Yeah, yeah.
Yes, but unfortunately, it's not happening up to today.
Oh, Fir, again, Everton against Nottingham Forest. Interesting game, alluding to what Papa Bay have actually made mention of. Where do you go with this, man? Everton, last week, what was the result again? In game week 2 for Everton?
2-1. They lost to
Two,
Aston
they,
Villa.
They lost to
2-1
Villa.
to Aston Villa.
2-1.
Yeah.
Yes, 2-1. But I thought they had a really good first half, 45 minutes. If only some of the decision making by certain players, right?
Correct.
Even I think
Yeah.
Dwight McNeil when he broke
McNeil,
through,
yeah.
and
They
then
should have went up
Iwobi.
2-0, man.
Yeah, right, Joe. I think a couple of good
Yeah.
half chances. I wouldn't say really
They
clear
had,
cut
yeah,
chances,
correct.
but if they had anything up front, if they boast more clinical edge, that game by half time, it should be them who should
Yeah,
be leading.
correct. They
Okay,
should have been.
because the Aston Villa goal came out of nothing, right? That was the
Correct.
brilliance of Danny Ings.
Yeah.
But fair, Everton, Nottingham Forest. Where do you go with the prediction, man?
I go for scrappy 1-0 to Everton. At this junction, I think both team a lot of new signings haven't gel yet.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
but based on these two, I think I go for Everton. Just a scrappy 1-0 will do.
Scrappy one, and how much Joe they will actually make do with the win, Everton? Because I don't know.
They would need this, man.
I sympathize with Fat Frank, man. I'm sorry, Frank Lampard, not Fat Frank. Frank Lampard, because I kind of like his idea. I like him as a player as well. And looking at what he's trying to do, you can see what he is trying to implement
He
at
needs
Everton. Sorry, Joe, come again.
time.
Give him time. Yes, time.
Give time, yeah.
Give time, Joe. Remember, you gotta give them time. Okay.
Yeah.
Says the guy from Manchester United. Okay. All right. Let's move on. All right. So that's 1-0 for fair margin. Guys, again, I want to see you guys whether you agree or whether you don't.
Boys.
Okay. It's all your opinion. All right. It's just a matter of opinion. Put it in the comment section. Everton versus Nottingham Forest. Okay. Your prediction. And then I'm just going to pick up some of the comments, boys. Or if Onana starts, all bets are off. Hey, you look at the midfield, all right? Then we have Idrissa Gueye as well, will solidify the midfield. And this guy does not need another to acclimatize. There's no bedding in period already for him. Because he's used to not only Everton but to the Premier League as well, right?
Yep.
And then we got Muhammad Nabil. Hi, Ragazzo. Ragazzo? Who's Ragazzo?
Ragazzo.
And Nurul Amin, all the way from Malaysia. Another Blues. Can't wait for the relegation battle at Old Trafford next week. Let's go. Hang on. I mean, if you hang on for another 30 more minutes, I promise you, I will bring you the blockbuster agenda for tonight. Okay? But for now, let's go on to the next one, Joe. We've got Leicester versus Southampton.
Oh.
They got trounced by my team.
Yep.
Don't be
4-2.
embarrassed. Don't be embarrassed, Leicester. It's only Arsenal. All right. Many teams will suffer the same fate playing at the Emirates. But I look at the defense. Hey, that's hell of a leaky defense, And I was looking at Western Fofana. 80 million. That boy got roasted real clean by Martinelli. And a lot was being made out when he actually went to the away section, right? Of course, to the Leicester fans, and he gave that solemn clap. And that's usually an indication that that guy is about to leave. All right, but let's not talk about Western for now. But just look at Leicester. You talk about Everton needing a striker. I think Leicester needs a striker as well because Jamie Vardy is no longer turning up at the party. He's not bringing out the party anymore.
Alright.
And I was looking at the way he performed. It's really a pale comparison to what we know of Vardy. The dynamic or the dynamite that is Jamie Vardy. Jif, right now, should they be in the market for a striker as well to replace Jamie Vardy?
Definitely. Looking at the hype around Dhaka when they signed Dhaka, everyone going to say Dhaka is going to be the right fit once Jamie Vardy decided to hang his boots.
Yeah.
But he's nowhere close to that.
No,
He's
yeah.
struggling to break through into the first team even now.
Hmm.
So definitely, if Vardy decided to leave or he picks up an injury, they're going to be in a real problem because Dhaka will not be the man that you'll be hoping to get 10 goals
Yeah.
during the absence of Jamie Vardy. So
Mhm.
definitely they need to be in the market for a striker now.
For striker. Fair. I look at their midfield, right? Especially for Leicester. They boast a lot of talent and quality. And DD. All right. And then they got Drewsbury Hall, who I really, really fancy.
Oh,
I think he's
yes,
going to have a breakout season this season. Look out for that boy. And then also you've got Tielemans.
Elements.
Again, his future at this current moment is really, really hanging up in the air. And then, of course, you've got the magician, James Madison as well.
Madison, yeah.
Correct.
Right? But something is not
Being there.
clicking, man. Something is not clicking in Leicester. What is it, Fir?
I think apart from NDD, the Bruce Barrymore, Madison, Telemans, their role in the team very similar. If you have too many similar players in the team, you can't function as a team.
Oh, that's
Too
a
many
great point, man.
players doing the same thing. When you create too many opportunities, when there's no finisher, then there's no point lah basically.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's about the managers. How you gonna pick and choose? You can't have all your best player on the pitch. You need to make sure everyone who's on the pitch complement each other.
Wow.
Yeah, ultimately Brendan Rodgers need to sort out his midfield.
Okay, and you look at the defense right now. Do you think that could be the Achilles heel as well for Leicester?
Shockingly, they are the ones that's quite solid past few years. It's the
Yeah,
same
right.
faces. But don't know what happened this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But in terms of if you ask me whether they need to change, I don't think so at the moment. I think it's just about them getting back to their growths and vibes back.
But I
Yes.
think last season they don't play with three defense, and they only change it this season where they actually go with 3-5. Like how I said in the last show that
Yeah.
not
It
many
has
team
always
can
been
actually play with.
Yeah.
so
Sorry,
you, it was always the guys
So
Evans
you
and
so
you,
Yunchu. Yeah.
Serenchu, yeah.
you two.
Yeah. But during the season where Fofana broke through, they experimented with the back three, and that's how Fofana really acclimatized really well. It was Fofana, Evans, Soyuncu, three, and then they got Timothy Castagna and Ricardo Pereira, and then they also introduced James Justin into the team as well as a left back. So that was when they actually found the sweet spot. But because of Fofana's long-term injury last season, I think they reverted back
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
to the to the flat four at the back. Yeah, but Joe, enough about Leicester right now. About Southampton again. I'm still worried. I was worried when we started the show. All right,
Yep.
the first episode. I'm still worried about this Southampton, Joe.
I
Hey,
hope.
but
I
not bad,
hope.
Joe. They came back from 2-0 down. They came back to 2-2. Joe Aribo scoring. That must be his first goal, right? Joe Aribo
Yeah,
coming
it is
from Rangers. Yeah, so 2-2. Not bad, huh?
us from Southampton Saints in Singapore.
Yes.
I think Saints, right? They are always there to nick off the big stakes or the big eight clubs. In the like they are always there to nick off points from them. But whenever they play clubs of their own standards, that
Yes.
always falls. And the thing is, JWP, he's
Hmm.
always hyped. If you look at it at the media, he's always hyped whenever he's be played against the big eight or
The
the
big
big six.
boys, yes.
And then when it's like those other clubs,
It's
then
gonna
he
be a
like,
long Joe. While I love your expression, all right, and you're really animated, but nothing comes out, Joe. It's just you doing this.
oh really?
Soon you're gonna be the WhatsApp sticker, you know.
It's all about the vibe, man. Ole Gunnar social text. It's all about the vibe. Okay, Joe, okay, let me pick up what Joe have actually made mention of. Against Southampton, when they're playing someone of their own region, okay, of the same quality, they usually become Southampton. All right, but it's only when they play against the traditionally bigger boys, and then Southampton turns up like Brazil 1998. That's what you were trying to say, right? Of course, for them this is an audition, especially JWP. Okay, I don't know. I don't feel good about this. Probably this is Brendan Rodgers' first W. Okay, so I'm gonna make the prediction for Leicester versus Southampton. I'm going for a nervy
Yeah.
2-1 win for Leicester.
Let's take this in now.
Yeah, they got to do this. I think if Brendan Rodgers don't win this one as well, oh, imagine the pressure once again. But I think this time around he's slightly safer because Leicester fans understand the situation and the predicament that he's in. He's not being given the money, the fund to spend for a brand new player. So probably they go slightly easy on him. For now, at least for now. All right. So guys, let's go on to the next one. Joe, nice knot. Okay. Very courteous. Really good mannerism. We've got the next Fulham versus Brentford. Jim. A mini London derby. Okay, for Fulham and also Brentford. Did Brentford play well last week, Jim?
Hey
They
guys,
played.
connection is getting a little bit off, I think. Fear, I think our connection is a bit off, right?
Fair, okay? Fair,
My,
Brentford.
Yeah. I think can we just go to the prediction then?
my camera misty.
Hey, oi. Like John Cena already, yeah?
You can't see me, eh?
But
Time
Jim,
wrap it
Jim,
up.
Brentford, okay, Jim? Brentford?
All right, I'm not gonna talk about Man United. It's
Later on.
Brentford.
Of course.
Don't say the
Brentford.
limelight of them.
Yes.
Brentford scoring 4 goals against Man United. It's crazy, man. The last time that Man United conceded 4 goals in the first half, it was against Liverpool, where Liverpool went on to win 5-0.
Oh, Trafford, right, Jeff? That one?
Yes.
Yep.
And seeing Brentford doing that is
Mhm.
crazy, man. Remember, we were texting about the game
Yeah.
and how
We did.
much we love De Gea during the game.
Of course.
So it was good overall, despite a few mistakes by Man United that actually lead to the goal. I
Just
think
a
that
few
two
lah.
goals.
Just a
Yeah,
few.
2 goals.
Mhm.
And but you just see how hungry they are, Brentford.
Mm.
Going after the ball, going after, even from the goal kick where De Gea passed the ball
They press
to
the life
Martinez.
out of
You
Eriksen.
just look how high their line is, and not many teams
Yeah.
that will play that high line against
Mm.
club like Man United.
Correct. Yep.
I know big clubs. They usually would like to sit back, defend, wait for the ball, absorb the attack, and then go for the counter attack.
Mhm.
But I was surprised that Brentford start off with a full force attack
Yeah.
against Man United, and he paid off. They scored 4-0, and it's very impressive. No, you see the likes of Mbuemo, who is
Oh.
really so damn good.
He's a
I think,
he's a pest, Ajif. He keeps running throughout the 90 minutes, man.
yeah. And
Yeah.
if he and Ivan Tony maintain the performance, I think Brentford will have a hard time keeping these two players next season.
Yeah,
I'm
true.
very sure there'll be a lot of clubs coming after Mbuemo and Tony.
And I'm just about to ask that question to Fir. Thank you so much. Perfect segue. I'm talking about this guy, Ivan Tony. All right, their talisman. Can they hold on to this guy still, especially this season, going towards the deadline season? Because a certain club apparently is going for him as well, and I'm very sure a lot of clubs who needs a gunman, all right, that number 9 will be looking at Ivan Tony. Yes, he won't back you that 20 goals that you need, but what he gives is that 100% effort and commitment. That's guaranteed
Correct.
from Ivan Tony. Fair.
Yeah, I think it is a challenge, but I don't think he's leaving Brentford. My prediction is I don't think he's leaving Brentford anytime this season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If I'm Ivan Toney also, I think the chemistry I'm having with my frontline attackers, I will stay compared to having moving on and getting a new teammates. Not sure whether I can adapt or not.
Yeah.
And there's this slim hope that things will blossom for him next season.
Yeah,
Yeah.
true. It must be fun, right now, being a Brentford player. You guys are playing in a good system. Everybody knows their role. And when they attack as a unit. And when they defend, it's everybody behind the ball.
Yes.
And I don't think a lot of attention and a lot of compliment has been given to Thomas Frank, Joe. We talk a lot about Eddie Howe. We talk a lot about Graham Potter. But Thomas Frank, this guy, hey, not only that his stocks right now it's rising, but if you talk about Ivan Tony, he Brentford will also face a lot of challenge keeping Thomas Frank right at the community stadium, Joe.
Yeah. No, I think we talked about this last season. I think we gave a lot of props to them. Brentford, they were some sort of a team that were really, really good when they came in. No, we were thought we were gonna write them off,
Yeah.
being relegated no last season.
Second
But
second season syndrome
yeah,
this
second
season.
season syndrome. And bam, look at that, man. They literally picked off where they end off last season.
Yeah.
And if you looked at their games last season, right?
Mhm.
Their pressing play was just
Oh.
extraordinary, man. And Ivan Tony, I mean, like you said, he's not someone who backs 20 goals,
Yep.
but it's like a team effort, you know? And
Yeah.
he's a very unselfish player.
True.
Yes.
And they take their chances and the way they defend, right? My God, unique, bro. I mean, because I was hearing in the microphone, in
Yeah.
case you can hear the microphone, right?
Yep.
It's like literally shift left, shift left, shift right, shift right.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
it's like literally they were a unit defending. So when that happened, right,
Mhm.
my beloved club just crumbled down. They
It's
couldn't
okay.
take it.
It's okay.
They couldn't take it.
Yeah.
And just one more thing, guys. I think Fulham will win 2-1. Let's wrap this up.
Okay, Fulham win 2-1. Not an exciting one as well. Fulham last week, I think they drew, right? Jeff? Was it a nil-nil draw?
Come on!
Yeah. They drew 0-0.
They drew. All right. So, 0-0 draw. After all the excitement about Ivan Tony, Mbebu scoring goals, and then we come out
Music.
with a stalemate. It's alarm clock. This Fear Majid usually
Wah,
sleeps around this
Rabak
time.
free.
Fear always sleep around this
Creepy,
time.
bro. Creepy. Oh, Rabak. I was
He sleep
thinking,
around this
what the hell was that, sir?
This is what Manchester United does to you. Sleeping at about
Bro,
9:30.
I thought I was in some conjuring shit, man.
Hey, Crystal Palace against Aston Villa. Crystal Palace, Patrick Vieira counter-attacking FC. Eze and Zaha, Jif. If they can continue doing what they did to Liverpool, you're looking at double digits for both of them. Especially Eze, the way he skipped
Yeah,
past all
bro.
those challenges, Joe, and then to have that composure to slip in
Yeah. Hey,
that
but
world-class through ball
this
for
game, I
Zaha.
only literally saw the highlights, though, the extended ones. But, Jif,
Yeah.
we needed to hear from you in this, man. Like,
Talk about Fulham lah.
was Palace
No,
really
sorry.
pressing
Let's
Liverpool?
let's talk about Palace first because we're
Yeah.
gonna leave Liverpool later on. Jif, yeah, give us a good round and summary of Crystal
Palace.
Palace.
Yep.
I think how why actually Liverpool lost the game. Know how good Palace is that
Draw, bro.
their
Draw, right?
midfield. Yeah, sorry, it's a draw 1-0. It's if you look into the midfield between Liverpool and Palace, right? There's a big contrast between the two. When I say this, people usually say that Liverpool definitely has a better midfield, but during that game, it was the like of Dokore. You have Schlupp
Yep.
and Ayu making the run down the wing. I think that is the decisive thing in the game, because it actually decides who wins the game. Because for you to play football, the most important part of the whole field is your midfield. That's
Okay.
where you control the game, and that's where you start off your attacks as well. And that's where they show that they really had a good quality.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see that when Dokore is out due to injury in the
Yep.
game,
Mm-hmm.
their performance actually dropped.
Yep.
Dokore played a really important role
Yeah.
in the Palace draw against Liverpool.
Uh-huh.
And also talking about the defense,
Yep.
Anderson, who actually,
Oh,
how he wind up Nunes.
yes, yeah.
For me, it's very smart. A lot of people are gonna say that
Yes.
he should be punished as well for
Mm.
showing Nunes at the back. But
Yeah.
that's what he wants, or he expected. Sorry, what he wants out of the game.
Yep.
Because prior to the incident, there's you look how good he is man
Uh-huh.
marking Nunes throughout the
Yep.
game.
Mm-hmm.
He was at the back of Nunes, a
Mm-hmm.
lot of contacts, and he knows all it takes is one small touch. You're gonna trigger, and it's gonna be a red card.
And he won.
And
Yeah. And
yeah,
He
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 won the
won.
won.
battle.
He did
Yeah.
that. He did that, and it's very smart of him to actually do that. And he
Mm-hmm.
knows, no, Nunes is still very young, and he's gonna get triggered with all these kind of things new to the game.
Yeah.
So Anderson is one man that I have to mention, despite you know
What
being
he
the
did to
cause
Nunes. Yeah.
that Nunes being red carded, but he played so well. I'm really impressed how he actually man marked Nunes throughout
Uh-huh.
the game and
Mm-hmm.
keep Nunes out of the closing the space for Nunes to actually make runs, and so uh, get the shots on target as well.
Yeah.
So overall, it's a really good performance. Credit to Palace, they
Yeah.
deserve the draw. In fact, if let's say Luis Diaz didn't step up to the game,
Yeah.
it could have been a 1-0 win to Palace as well.
Oh, fair. You need. That's why we
Listen.
get Jif on board. Very fair.
Yep.
Realistic. And with that, Crystal Palace, Aston Villa, Jif. I think we spoke a bit about Aston Villa as well. Of course, they won 2-1 against Everton.
Yep.
Perfect start. All right for Gerrard. First home win, first W, first 3 points for him. You reckon that he said he can still continue this
I,
run of form
I can
coming
hear
to
Deep, I
Selhurst?
can hear Deeps ranting.
Yes. He said, no lah, we will lose. I will go to sleep. Waste of time. I'm not gonna watch this. Because why? Joe, of course we are laughing right now, but of course tips won't be, because his record signing at the back there, Diego Carlos,
Yeah.
out,
3 months out.
injured. So they will
Yeah.
be missing his service. Can they
True.
hold on at least for a draw against Crystal
But
Palace? Jif?
I think I'm going to be like a little bit of Deeps now. I don't think so. They'll be missing him because Diego Carlos didn't really perform
Perform, yeah.
to what people really wanted him to be.
Yeah.
I
But
agree.
and I feel the Mings and Konza, I think that is really going to work.
A better
But
pairing.
I just got a very fishy feeling because Villa did not really play that well against Everton.
Agree.
Yeah, that 2 goals just came in like on the run of play. As much as I love Dibs, reverse psychology once again, I
Yeah lah,
don't
standard.
think so.
Like him lah.
Villa is
Like
gonna
Sama.
take in 3 points in this. But I feel this could be an all 0-0 draw, man.
Hey Joe, no, I'm not gonna ask for you. This is your second 0-0. Hey, this is the Premier League, okay?
When I say second 0-0, this is my
No,
first.
Brentford was 0-0 as well. You mentioned
Yeah.
0-0.
Brentford, I say Fulham 2-1.
Hey, wait, guys, was I hearing things or did
No,
he say
correct. You
0-0?
say Fulham went for 2-1.
Yeah,
I heard nil-nil.
I even
I thought
scream
0-0,
out
yeah.
Mitrovic.
Yeah.
I
It's
even
the Man
scream
U
out
vibe,
Mitrovic.
Man U vibe.
Man U vibe, yeah.
Okay.
It's depression vibe, bro.
Okay, you're going for a 0-0. Jif for Crystal Palace and Aston Villa, because this is actually meant for you. Joe actually had to hit but
Sorry,
in.
bro.
I'm gonna go with a draw as well, but it's not nil-nil. I think it's gonna be a goal-scoring games where it's gonna be 1-1.
1-1. Okay, fair
Yeah.
enough. Big jump, right? From 0-0 to 1-1. Let's go. I love this game. I love this game.
At least
Okay.
it's the first result, okay? That is 1-1 tonight.
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
And on to the next one, guys. Bournemouth versus the second guy right now, set firmly in second, tie in with Pep Guardiola, the greatest manager on earth. They are in for a title run. Master versus disciple.
Ad.
Arsenal
Ad.
versus Bournemouth.
Just say the club name.
Dude, you know how
I'm
we
waiting
do
for how
this.
he's gonna introduce the next.
I was
final
literally
showdown.
waiting for him to say the club, and he like went this, that. He went ABC, don't know what. All.
You know how we do things in Snapshot, Joe. Come on, we are hype beast, man. All right, but guys, on all seriousness, Bournemouth versus Arsenal. Okay, I think we all saw a bit of Arsenal, what they did to Leicester. What I was impressed with Arsenal, the fact that every single time when we were being packed back, of course, we were the same guy who actually offered Leicester the chance to come back. But every
Yep.
single time when we considered a goal, all of a sudden we turn on the flick again. We turn on
Yeah,
the switch, and then we
correct.
go on another level. And again,
What was lacking last season?
it's proven. It's proven. Leicester couldn't live with us, especially when you have God playing up front, right? You got Jesus, and then the energy, the energy bunny, which is Martinelli, and you've got Saka running ragged on the right, and
True,
Odegaard threading in those passes, too hot to handle for Leicester.
true.
But
That's true.
I'm gonna make a big disclaimer. Right, we don't have a good record at Vitality Stadium. Not good
Mm.
at all. And you look at what they did to Aston Villa, small pitch. The crowd will be on top of you. The atmosphere will be raucous. The noise will hit crescendo. This is a litmus test for Arsenal and the boys. All right, if they have anything about them, if you want to talk about top four credibility, if you want to talk about having
Top
that
four.
mental fortitude, you got to come up with a win for this one. Bournemouth versus
And
Arsenal.
I'm gonna give this to you.
Mhm.
I think top four is long vanished. Leave top four aside.
Then
I
top two.
think the process is completed. I think you guys this time round
No,
are going for the title. I think
no,
you guys. I think looking at
Joe.
Arsenal, the way you guys
Do you
play,
have to leave
the
in 10 minutes, or do
players.
you want to leave now?
No, you see the players that you have. I think Jeff and Phil will agree a little bit with me
Uh,
because the players that you guys have and the way Arteta has built up the club and built up the team from the system that you play and the way that your transfers went, I don't see a point why you guys should be actually aiming for top four. Yeah, as a fan, you would want to aim for top four, but as a club, right?
mhm.
I think they will be going for bigger because they have the resources right now
They should.
to actually kill off games
Yeah.
to get the 3 points done. I mean, this is the how long has it been since we saw Arsenal,
Mhm.
starting a season this good,
Yeah.
playing this well. Their signings, especially,
Mm.
scoring goals, assisting, and all. Man, I can't see Arsenal faltering that much.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yep.
I tend to agree with Joe. I think based on the two games, in terms of Arsenal setup,
Mhm.
the 11 on the pitch, we don't see any weakness compared to last time.
Mhm.
Last time, there will be one or two weakness players that teams
Yeah.
can target.
Mhm.
But now it
Correct.
seems like you are in complete 11 that you have on the pitch. I think the
Yeah.
biggest enemy for Arsenal is the mentality throughout the
Yeah.
season.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
tend to falter at the second half of the season.
Yeah.
They tend to start very well. Yeah,
Mhm.
after that they forget that the season lasts for 38 games. They stop at maybe the 2022 mark. Then yeah, I think that's the biggest enemy for
Yeah.
Arsenal
No,
this
no, I
time.
But
agree.
but
Yeah,
good thing is that
I agree.
Arsenal did the opposite this season because last season you guys started pretty bad as well.
Yeah.
You guys
Three
were in
games,
Spot
the
on,
zero,
Chief. Spot on.
nada,
yeah.
0 points.
So to see Arsenal actually come out, they did not go up against easy opponents. I would say
Uh-huh.
Arsenal and Leicester has a very good history of Leicester
Yeah,
playing
and
a
even
surprise against
and we
Arsenal.
we traveled to Crystal Palace. No, people tend to forget we
Yes,
went to
correct.
Selhurst Park.
Palace as well. So it's not
Yeah.
easy game, and the fact that they can actually score goals and their signings, like how Joe said, are doing really well. Like I said, Arteta did a great signing. He addressed the issue in the squad. Getting Aces in, and then also getting Zenko to fix the Tierney issue on the
Mhm.
left back, who
Yeah.
is out
Yeah.
due to injury. So
Mhm.
yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Arsenal ended up at the top there come end of the
Ooh,
season.
wow! I'm not used to this, man. I'm not used to this.
Okay,
Okay,
transfer money to me, eh?
I'm not used to this. I really don't like this. How this is going? Because why? Now you put me all the way up, right, to level 7,
And then
and
we're gonna
then
bring you down.
you guys gonna bring me crashing down. I know you guys. I know you very well. Okay, but Bournemouth versus Arsenal for me, tough fight as usual. You don't expect an easy run, especially in the Premier League. 2-1. I'm gonna go 2-1. 2-1 to the mighty Gunners. Come on, you Gunners. Okay, let's take a bit of comment. We got Haikal Ismail. Hi everybody. Hello Haikal. Thank you so much
Hi,
for chiming
Uncle.
in. And then
Hope
we've
you're going good for Milan.
he's back already, Joe. Hey Joe. So as I found out, he was really in Milan, bro.
Yeah, he was in Milan. I don't understand
I
why you guys.
doubted him. So I've already sent him a big hamper, all right, as a form of apology. Nunes should learn to control his temper. Didn't expect him to ever end this. Okay, bro, we'll come to that. Don't worry, don't worry. Aston Villa 3-4. Whoa, where do I sign up? If this is a scoreline, I'm signing up right now. Exciting. 3-4, no. Palace and Villa. Arsenal will
That is
enjoy
a
a big
real-
wing cake with cherry on top. The cherries. Pun intended. I mean, don't have to put the pun intended. I get it. Right? And then Bournemouth against City. Anterta and not Arsenal. Too kind lah, too kind. I'm just gonna take this all in, right? Because I know once match day 5 comes in, when we start to go down, okay, then you see a different Anwari. Okay, please thank City for Jesus and Sinchenko. I mean, check your account right now. You know how we do things here, all right? Wire transfer straight away. And then third, fourth looks good for Arsenal by Mark this season. Challenging the title is too far fetched. Arsenal don't have that mental fortitude. I agree. I agree. And I think if it's third or fourth, hey, really, really good campaign from Arteta and the boys. Okay, guys, let's move on to the next one. We've got right after Bournemouth on Sunday. The first kickoff will be West Ham versus Brighton. Jif, Magic Moist, 2 games, zero.
0 points.
Kosong.
Nada.
Nada.
இல்ல.
Zip. Ille.
Illa.
No points, Jif. Magic Moist.
Macam went missing.
Oh, you look at it. You look at all the transfer they have made. Not a lot. I think they signed one Moroccan guy. I think he's a winger, if I'm not wrong, from the French league. And there's Kamaka again coming in. And I think they actually got another centre back. Was it? Was it a centre back that they actually got in as well? But
I
hey,
remember.
against Man City, losing that, okay, that can be forgiven, right? But
Yeah.
you traveling to Nottingham Forest, they would expect you to come out at least with 1 point. Dave, what kind of pressure must Moyes be under? They are playing tonight anyway, boys, for the qualifying for the Conference
Oh,
League.
that Champions League. Huh?
Playoff,
Yeah,
is it?
yeah, playoff. They are playing tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright.
yeah, but talk about Moyes.
I think the looking at the first 2 games of West Ham, right? The
Mm.
main issue that they are having this season is that Bowen, last season he was brilliant.
Yes, sir.
He
You're right.
was the man giving them goals, scoring assists, and so
Yep.
on. But if you look at the first 2 games, Bowen is gone. The last season, Bowen is gone.
Yeah, agree.
And looking at their striker, Michel Antonio is still playing up front. He had a good start last season, scoring lots of goals, and then he died down as well.
Mm-hmm.
And he carry on to this season as well. He
Mm-hmm.
don't look like a threat to in the first 2 games
Yep.
against City and also against Forest. And going up against a Nottingham Forest, like I said, people would expect that it will be an easy win, a walk in the park for West Ham.
Yeah.
Looking at how they performed last season, but they
Mm-hmm.
are so not organized. Something is
Yep.
not right. I'm not sure if this is what Moyes like how Brendan Rodgers says actually the first 2 seasons they'll be
Ah, yeah,
good.
yeah.
Maybe Moyes had the same thingy as well, but I would say the main issue is Jared Bowen. They will be depending too much on Jared Bowen last season, and the
Mm.
moment that Jared Bowen is not playing well and not
Yeah,
contributing to the goals,
yeah.
that's where they are having roadblocks. They couldn't score goals,
Yep.
so I think it's all down to the man, Jared Bowen.
Joe Bowen.
How
Yeah.
he gonna show up? Yeah.
No, no, I agree. I agree with you. Because I caught 2 of their matches, right? And like Jeff rightly mentioned, they were lacking that clinical edge. The attacking front, they were not sharp at all, Phil. Because
Yes.
if they boast just a bit of that against Nottingham Forest, man, we say this, they got a penalty. And a certain goalkeeper that Phil would know by heart right now save the goal. Okay, a complete contrasting effect to what the other goalkeeper of his club had. Hey, but I don't want to talk about West Ham right now, but Brighton. Joe
For
mentioned.
some reason, all the games like just come back to us.
Don't come in yet lah. Hey, but Joe mentioned just now about Southampton being the guy who will always push above or punch above their weight when playing the bigger boys. I look at Brighton, I think of the same thing as well. When they are playing against the bigger boys, okay, they are playing a different level of football out of this galaxy. And then the next week episode, we will be talking about Graham Potter's. We'll be hanging his flowers. We will say, oh, this guy should be the top 6 manager. This guy should be considered for the England manager role. But it's the problem I have is with Brighton when they are playing teams around them or those teams that you expect them to beat, they usually don't. Fear.
Yeah, exactly. I think this is not sure it's a mid-table syndrome or not. When I believe that is
But if
when you
mid-table syndrome, then United should have won against Brentford.
when you bottom.
Oh, even bottom.
You're talking about mid.
Okay. Fair enough.
I think it's a mid-table thing lah. It's when you face with a tougher opponent the effort you put in will be more, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you realize the
Correct.
opponent okay lah can not that intensive then the effort will be going down. I think that can be this issue in mid-table syndrome.
Yeah. Because they were playing at home, right, Fair, against Newcastle. I would have expected
Yes.
them to at least, okay, they got a draw. All right, fair enough. Newcastle is a really good outfit as well. So let's not discount Newcastle. But hey, I expected Brighton to win, man. Although I actually predicted a draw for them. But then, Fair, looking at this West Ham versus Brighton, West Ham must get the 3 points for this one.
Yeah,
no chance they can actually err or falter for this one. But do you think they will get the W? Bearing in mind that they are playing tonight.
yeah. I think I still go for West Ham for this match. I think let's not look too much into the defeat against Tottenham lah. I think they were
Uh-huh.
just luckless. They hit the post how many
Oh
times?
yeah, true,
It was
true,
a poor penalty from Rice.
true.
Yeah, overall,
Yeah.
yeah, players, yeah, Bowen,
Poor
Antonio
penalty.
haven't wake up yet. I
Yeah.
think, yeah, very poor. Man. Not the keeper
100,
good, but
100
it was a poor
million,
penalty.
100 million for that guy, yeah. Rice.
Yeah. So ultimately, I think they will come back lah. I think they just don't have that Mark Noble figure to back them up in the middle.
Yeah, that's a good pointer,
Yeah,
man.
there's no leader in the team
No
at the
leadership,
moment.
yeah.
Yeah, true, true.
Yeah.
I thought,
Okay, so
I
fair.
thought no.
Wait, sorry. All we could hear was
I heard mantap though.
like, why is he turning into Malay?
Can you hear?
Okay, we can hear you, Joe. We can hear you. All right. What is it that you want to say, Mr. Joe Mamba? Okay, let's forget it. No. His internet is playing Manchester United right now. Okay, West Ham versus Brighton. What? Okay, Joe.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye. So Joe is leaving for his premarital shoot. Okay, so only Joe will do a night shoot at 12 a.m. So he's I don't know what kind of setting he's on. Oh, tomorrow. Okay. Hey, send my regards to Rambly.
Ciao.
Okay, ciao, Joe. All right, take care. Bye.
Take care.
Yep, West Ham versus Brighton. Scoreline. Where do you go
Go
with this?
for 2-0 West Ham.
2-0 West Ham. Wow.
Yep.
Keeping a clean sheet. Okay. Fair brought up a very good point. When you lose an important team leader, the team will definitely be affected one way or another. I remember Man City when they lost that season, Company. Right, and that was also the same season they lost the title to Liverpool. So they were lacking that figure, especially in the back row. Sometimes, these are some of the stuff that we don't see. I mean, I'm lucky enough or unlucky enough to watch the All or Nothing, so you have a bit of an insight to what really happened to what really happens behind the scenes, and you can see, right, the absence of a leader, a big character, can actually derail a team from
Yeah.
any kind of ambition they have set for themselves early on. So yeah, good point, Mark Noble. But he's watching what right now in the stands. I saw him attending the matches, but still, like what you mentioned, having that guy every day in the training session. And I was listening to one of the podcasts. No, I think Declan Rice mentioned, with Mark Noble, right? He would not let standards drop even in training. So when the boys are just laughing around, just having fun during training, he will come in and give them a good rocket.
Yeah.
And that's how you actually act as a leader. And yeah, Phil, good point, man. I didn't even think of that. Maybe missing him right now might have that bit of an effect. Okay, next one that we are going through. Next one, relax. Liverpool, Manchester United is coming. Relax, it's coming. All right. The next one, who do we have right after Nottingham Forest and West Ham? We've got Leeds United versus Chelsea. Oh, this is quite an interesting one. Leeds Rodrigo is again back amongst the action. Jif. He's finally scoring what? He scored a brace last week, but it was a 2-2
Yeah.
draw, wasn't it? For
2-2,
Leeds
It's a
yeah.
draw,
United.
yes, right.
2-2 draw. Yes, go on. Leeds United. Are we looking at the same Leeds United as what we knew of when it comes to Marco Bielsa? All scoring, but when it comes to defense, they are slightly leaky. Or not really slightly. I think they are a lot leaky, man, when they were under Bielsa. Are we looking at the same format again for
I
Jesse
think
March and his
I
boys?
think when they're newly promoted to the league as well, they did really well. They start of the season very well. Everyone say they're a team to watch. They're gonna be up there.
Yeah.
They can even be in the top 10 this season.
Mm.
But it all died down come the busy period during the
Christmas,
Christmas period. Yeah, the Boxing Day and so
Boxing
on.
Day. Yeah.
Yes, correct. So looking at them now, they made quite a number of good signings as well. They are one of the club that made quite a number of signings. They kind of revamped their squad,
Uh-huh.
and it seems to click pretty well, the players. And despite conceding, like how you said, they score a lot of goals, but at the same time they are leaky as well at the back.
Mhm.
No, they leak quite enough.
Especially, I was shocked. I was like, surely not. But yes.
Yeah, like
He
they
has
bocho at the back.
he
So
has gone kamikaze with that prediction.
so I think all right. I think overall, they're going up against Chelsea. I think
Yeah.
Chelsea would definitely want to look to bounce back
Yeah.
against the draw 2-2 against Spurs.
And one thing
That
and one thing Chelsea can definitely do, right, Jif, is defend well. And
yeah,
and remember the performance they had against Everton. That was really resolute by them.
yeah.
Yeah, and even
So
against Spurs, they should have considered that two goals, especially the last one.
right,
So
like I said, no one see it coming. The last goal. So
yeah, yeah.
going up against Chelsea will be a very difficult task for Leeds United. Their
Uh huh.
first big challenge, I would say, for this season,
Yep.
going up against the big boys. But
Mm.
they do have a good record against the big team
Yeah.
last season as well.
Yes.
We're looking at the likes of them going up against Arsenal, Chelsea,
Yep.
even Liverpool as well. They
Mm.
didn't make it easy for Liverpool
True.
the last time that we met them. So
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a very interesting game. But however, I still think Chelsea is going to nick it.
Still gonna nick it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Quickly, Fear on Chelsea. Okay, I
Hmm.
saw them and I was quite impressed. I didn't expect the level of intensity from Chelsea, and because you look at the squad right now, it's half big. It's still heavily under construction, right? And you look, Sterling is still gelling in. Obviously, he wasn't anything much that day. Didn't offer much except for that assist. And then Koulibaly, wow, what a debut! What a volley, man!
Yeah.
Superb, superb by Koulibaly. That's what you expect from him. But again, the engine, the guy in the middle, Kante, he pulled up on his hammy. Had to go out. Kovacic is still injured. Chelsea in the middle, they look really lightweight.
Indeed. It's not just in the middle. I think out front they are very lightweight, to be honest.
Mhm.
Their front three are not even bullying their defenders.
I agree.
Yeah, in fact, you see the 3 goals they have scored over the 2 games, they are Jorginho from penalty. The
Yep.
other 2 are their defenders. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Rhys
they got
James,
very fast
Koulibaly. Yeah,
players,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, 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 yeah.
But if you put up against Leeds aside, I don't see their Leeds defender quite tough. If they are facing tough defenders like Brighton's or this,
Mm.
they will struggle. You don't have these attackers to bully the opponent.
Yeah.
This is something I think is a weakness, which I
Yeah.
hope Chelsea will address by end of the month.
And right now, the talks are Aubameyang. You look at Aubameyang, you look at the setup, you look what he has done for Arsenal. Of course, I'm just not gonna throw him into the gutter, right? Because he did well for the first part of his Arsenal career. He was sensational. Do you think he can do the job for Chelsea up front?
I think he will clash with Sterling kind of player.
Yes, I agree. Fair, you're a footballing man.
I don't think it's solving a problem. In fact, there's another problem to
That's the
that.
problem itself, yeah. Because both
Yeah.
of them wants to make the same run.
Exactly.
Then
They
he
want
inverted
to
run from the
pull
left.
out, then
Yes.
run in. cut
No,
in.
you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. So you don't think Aubameyang will solve the issue for Chelsea?
I don't think it'll be a good backup to push Sterling to perform better.
Mhm.
Yeah, but it's not. I can't see them playing together.
Fair, on top of your head right now, one striker you think can actually address the biggest concern, which is a number 9 for Chelsea. Who would that guy be?
Wow, at the moment,
At the moment.
in Premier League, I think even Tony is the only person that
Can think of
will
right now.
solve any number 9, man.
Yeah, boy.
Perfect,
Oh. Yeah.
Very
Okay.
selfless.
Leeds versus Chelsea. What's your score prediction, my man? Fair.
I'll go for Chelsea 3-0.
Wow. No striker. Big concern. He
No,
comes up with 3-0.
Leeds are leaky, man.
Sometimes,
I don't see
sometimes
Leeds
I
defense.
gotta do
doing
this,
well.
you know. I gotta turn into Professor X when I'm asking all the predictions. They will go completely against the script when it comes to the prediction. Okay, but 3-0. Fair enough. Defender scoring the goals again?
Wow, good question.
Yeah. Hey, don't say Mason Mount. I took him out. I took the -4 hit, Fir.
Wow.
Serious.
So early, eh?
I did. So early, I did. I'm desperate.
I really hope the Cucurella, Cucurella or Cucurella, whatever his name.
Cucu,
I hope
yes.
he get a goal.
Cucurella.
It's quite.
Okay.
He's
So
great.
he will open up his account.
Hopefully he can.
Hopefully. Okay. All right. Cool. Let's go on to some of the comments, J, for tonight. Let's go. What do we have here? They signed the German defender that gone under the radar. Oh, that was West Ham. Yes,
West
West
Ham,
Ham.
yeah.
Yes. Okay. All right. Fair. And then let's go with another one. Almost everyone almost forgot Rodrigo, the Spaniard striker. If Bamford is not firing, what a timely reminder with 2 goals against Saints last week. That Kante could be out injured as well. He's already out injured. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's no longer a probability. He is out injured. And the last one, Heikel Leeds 1, Chelsea 3. At last, he has come to his senses. At least this one makes a lot of sense, lah, huh? All right, Jiffy, let's go on to the next one. So right after Leeds versus Chelsea, I think this is another big one, a big, big match. In fact, for me personally, this is, are you talking about Saturday and Sunday? This is probably the biggest one for me.
This,
Newcastle versus Man City.
you know what I will call this match?
Yes, come on.
Money in the bank.
Ooh, will there be ladder? Will there be a
Ladder.
ladder? Will somebody be
Yes.
climbing up?
Eddie Howe and Pep Guardiola grabbing for the money at the top.
Oh, so money in the bag. Match. This is, you can name it anything that you want lah. The oil classico, the cash derby. Hey, but Newcastle United. Let's not fool around. This guy, Newcastle right here, is not going to be bullied off the park easily. Fury. And I'm looking at our fixture. It's not only that I'm looking at United, Spurs, the traditional big boys when it comes to the away matches. I was looking also, when are we going to play at their place against Newcastle?
Yeah, man.
Oh, this are we looking at a possible top six in Newcastle right now?
Yeah, I won't be surprised. I'm not sure about you, but I'm quite excited with the way Newcastle is coming up. Yeah, I miss those David Ginola, Les Ferdinand days where they are our
Yes.
rivals, man.
Yes.
Yeah, it's quite exciting to see them coming back into the picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just doesn't fit them to fight relegation every year, man.
Yeah. No, I agree. I
Yeah.
agree. I agree. I agree. Yeah, but now you're looking at a potential top. Wait, are we overstretching it a bit? Oh, top six. Do you think they have enough in them for the top six position, Jif?
I think top 8 is more likely for them. Fighting in for the Europa Conference spot. Uh, there is there, and I don't think they can actually. They are ready enough to make it to the top 6,
Uh-huh.
because there's still a lot of things for them to look at.
Mhm.
Especially at their striking force, still playing Callum Wilson. I
You,
was
you don't
mind
rate him.
blown.
I rate him.
Mm, if you look at last week game against Brighton,
Huh?
Keller Wilson is like a deadwood on the field.
Oh, okay, okay, okay,
You don't feel his presence in the game,
Yeah,
okay.
I agree with
and
Chief, man.
yeah, I don't think that Newcastle should be depending on him as a striker. And if you say Leicester should go into the market and look for a striker, and with the money that Newcastle had, I think
Uh,
they should be in the market as well to
but
make a marquee signing, a proper number 9 to actually solve
don't
the
you
problem.
don't you think the right wing is the one that they need to resolve and address right now of immediate attention? Because on the left they have that entertainer of a guy.
Maximum, yeah.
Yes. But on the right, they've got Miguel Almiron. Yes, he does the hard graph, he does the hard yard. But I don't think when it comes to the tangible stats, the assists and the goals, he's not pulling in his weight, Jif. Right? So you talk about the striker, maybe the right winger as well needs a bit of an upgrade for
Yeah,
Newcastle.
but I think they have Ryan Fraser as well, right, in the squad. Ryan
Yeah,
Fraser,
no, they,
Jacob
yeah,
Murphy.
yeah, they
yeah,
do, yeah. But you look,
and
all these players right now, they are good backups, and I think for Newcastle to really break beyond that bubble, right, the top 10 bubble, to go into top 8, which is again a really, really high ambition, because from where they were to where they are about, or where they aspire to be, I think they need more than just the upfront of ASM, Callum Wilson, and Miguel Almiron. I think they need more than that, right, Fair?
yeah,
Yes, I agree.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it is the fluidity of their squad in depth.
Mm,
Like it's similar. A lot of teams they have very good first 11. The
mhm.
moment they make a change, their substitute doesn't create that different
Yes.
impact.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the problem a lot of teams need to sort out.
But do you think that will be the same problem Man City will face when it
Um,
comes to the quality on their bench?
different level, man.
4 goals, guys. Haaland was not amongst the goal
the goal
scorers.
scorer, yes.
And he have only 2 passes throughout the whole game.
Yes.
He was all
One
Me.
of
over
it
social
is
media,
an
man.
assist.
Yeah, one of it was an assist. The rest was
And the other one was the kick off.
bro, he was fuming, throughout the match. I don't know whether you guys caught wind of this particular clip where he went berserk against Phil Foden, because Phil Foden could have just quit the ball and he would just step in, but he did not. All right, he took it upon himself to try out. He missed, the keeper saved, and then what unfolds right after that was this big Viking just shouting on top of his lung, pass. Right, but that's the kind of fire you have in a proper number 9. They
Yeah.
just want to score. All right,
Yes.
and I really want to send a big congratulations to everybody, all right, who actually captained Haaland last week. Good choice. And those who captain Salah, like myself, Thank you. Right? Because it was always is right now this is gonna be a bit of a toss up. Who are you gonna captain? Are you gonna captain Salah? You gonna captain Haaland? And then you have this dark horse by the name of Gabriel Jesus. Right? But Man City, are we gonna captain Erling Haaland?
I will. I will still keep him as my captain for this weekend.
Yeah, captain. Okay, so you reckon he'll be on the scoreboard, yeah, for this one?
Yep.
All right. Prediction, Phil, for this one? Newcastle versus Man City?
Tough. I go for 2-0 Man City.
2-0 Man City.
2-0
Jif,
City.
are you in agreement? I don't know. I've got this
Uh,
sneaky feeling that they can pull out a draw. I don't know why. I cannot explain.
I think, yeah, I think I had a very strong feeling it's either a draw or win for Newcastle. I won't be
Right?
surprised if Newcastle actually go for a
Yeah,
win.
man. There's something about
You
this
know,
Newcastle. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. All
I
right. But we're gonna take Phil's prediction. Of course, he's going for a win for Man City. Right? Fair. 2-0.
City. 2-0.
Fair enough. All right, Captain Haaland. Yes.
Haaland, yes.
Haaland for the win. Okay, let's go on, Phil. Let's see a couple of. Hey, we got a Newcastle boy lah watching. Why is it? Why is it a normal? It's humanistic of us. Every single time when we speak good of our club, we tend to play it down. Why, Ajif?
reverse psychology.
Reverse psychology, yeah. Reverse psychology. Okay, okay. All right. Habibi in the house. And then Victor, of course, he's a citizen. In my opinion, the Magpie striker should upgrade to Osman and Awoni. I relax lah. Go easy on Awoni, man. Just his first season, bro. And look at his goal. Pushkash, right? That will be a combination nobody knows in future. But well, okay, FM mode. Yeah, there you go. FM mode. That's why. And then City not used with playing with a number 9. I mean, if they're not used to playing with a number 9 and yet they're coming out with results like Bournemouth and West Ham, God please save us.
Yeah.
And then this guy came out with, oh, what a worldie, man. Captain Darwin, -4.
You're not the only one. I know someone who captain Darwin as well.
Captain Haaland, Vice Captain Jesus. And with that, guys, here comes the big show. All right. Phil, come on. Don't try out the same trick again and again. Okay. Because two parts, right? Two parts to this segment. The first one, of course, we are going to talk about the derby itself. But with the derby, there is this big backdrop. Okay. Two teams heading out for a relegation battle. How I love this current scenario. All right, so guys, come on. Bring your fans. Come on in, come on in. We've got another 30 more minutes. Don't worry, it's not going to go more than 2 hours for today. Right? The Northwest Derby time. This is the big one, guys. Share. Share right now the content. Get involved. I want to hear all the comments thronging in. I want to hear you guys with your opinion, your input about Manchester United and Liverpool. Because, Jif, it's really not a good time for the both of you. I want to talk about Liverpool. Let's start with Liverpool first, and then we go on to Manchester United, which is again a bigger debacle. This one, Jeff. Liverpool, really? Are they in a mini crisis, Jeff? Not a good start for Liverpool, a club who usually up there amongst the top two. And I was listening to this particular podcast, right? They were alluding back to what Jurgen Klopp made mention of in his one of his presses. He said that for Liverpool, top four is always the priority. Anything more than that, if it's a title charge, that's an added bonus. I don't know about you, Rajiv, but if I'm a supporter of that club, I'll be slightly worried, man, when my manager says so, because I want my manager to go out there, right, to be really ballsy. Because you look at Conte. I brought this example about Conte, right? When he finished top four last season, he said, "No, I'm not happy about top four because I'm so used to fighting for titles. I want to win titles." But you got this Jurgen Klopp, a serial winner, saying that no, top four, anything more than that is an added bonus. Where do you go with this, Jeff?
I think I'm not sure if he tried to play the mind game early and so on, because finishing twice behind Man City, 1 point behind Man City, and then winning the league in the past 3 seasons.
Yeah.
If you say you're gonna target for you're gonna aim for top four, I find it a bit ridiculous, because we should be there, looking at our performance. Finish, like I said, we finished behind Man City twice, 1 point behind them in the past 3 seasons, and also winning the league. So definitely the expectation set for the set of Liverpool fans will be winning the league again or challenging for the title.
Yeah.
And you will be looking at either first or second. You will not look anywhere lower than that. So I'm not sure if is that a comment made by Jurgen Klopp
Yes, in his preseason. He mentioned,
preseason. Okay.
I'll send you the link, bro, when I actually
Yeah.
get hold of it. Yeah, but he said that for Liverpool, it's always top four first, right? And if it's being extended to anything more than what you guys experienced last season, then it will be an added bonus. It just doesn't sit right with me, like it just doesn't sit right
Yeah.
with me, right?
But
Uh, good.
going back to the crisis that we were mentioning about,
Yeah.
is Liverpool currently in a crisis or mini crisis, like you say?
Mm.
Yes, we are currently in a crisis. It's called the injury crisis,
Hmm.
and we have a long list of players
Who
who
do
are
you
out
have
due to
out right now,
injury.
Jeff? Who do you have out right now?
We have
Defense,
Diogo Jota, we have Firmino,
Firmino.
we
Oh,
have
Firmino is out as well.
yes, we have
Okay.
Konate,
Okay.
Tiago.
we have Matip, we have Thiago,
Mm-hmm.
and looking, Keita just came back. We have Oxlade
Okay.
who is out as well.
Okay.
So that's six key players, six
Mm.
first team players who are
Mm-hmm.
currently out due to injury. And Gomez just came back in time for the game against Palace, and
Yep.
he's not fully fit. Therefore, he did not start, and we have to
Mm-hmm.
go back to Nat Phillips
Mm.
to partner up with Van Dijk. And again, it's very unfortunate for a football club to start off the season with this long list of injured players.
Yeah.
And Liverpool going through that. And like I said this before, if you look at Jurgen Klopp during his time in Mainz, Dortmund, and now Liverpool, if you
Uh-huh.
notice one thing, he likes to have a team. He built a very, very thin team, I would say.
Mm.
The
Mm.
team is very thin. He likes to
Yep.
play with a team, not a bunch of star players, a very
Yeah.
thin team that he wants to build.
Yep.
And it's a good thing because you will not have players coming in, no complaining about playtime and all this kind of thing.
Yep. Agree.
But when moments like this, where you are hit by injuries,
Yeah.
that's where you have a problem. Because now, with
Mm.
the like of Darwin Nunes getting red card, we
Mm.
have no striker at the front
Wow.
against Man United. And the only option we have now is to put Salah in the middle
Uh-huh.
and moving back Harvey Elliott to the right wing
Go away.
to
Yeah.
actually make the attack move. And not to mention that Harvey Elliott has been out due to a very bad injury last
Yep.
season,
Yep.
and he's just back, and
Yeah.
you can see he's slowly picking up his momentum.
Yeah.
But going up against Man United is a big game. It's a big
Mm-hmm.
game in regards whether if Man United is at bottom of the league, at the top of the league, mid
Yep.
of the league, it's going to be a big game where everyone's going to go all out. If you're a
Mm-hmm.
United player or you're a Liverpool player,
Yeah.
and it's not going to be easy for Liverpool with that red card taken by Darwin Nunes.
Uh-huh.
I think the red card actually put us in a very difficult situation
Mm.
on top of the current injury that we had.
Yeah.
So yes, indeed, we are in crisis at the moment.
Crisis. Fair. I know, of course, you're in no position to comment on what's happening with Liverpool right now. Hey, but hey, we are all equal, okay? For tonight, we are all equal. For now. But Fair, looking at the current predicament that they are in, especially with a long, extensive list of injuries that they've suffered, one thing that comes to mind, there is a transfer market. It's still open. You still got 2 more weeks, but every single time when all the journalists when they quiz Jurgen Klopp about signing a brand new midfielder, he gets really dismissive. He will always say, "No, that's not the way to solve the current situation that we're in." And can you really, if you can find me this particular set of players, because I think I saw somewhere, I don't know, Jeff, whether you caught of this news as well. He said that if you want me to find a midfielder, I want somebody who's 1.95 who can arrive late into the box and who can score us many goals. So I don't know whether he was, whether he was being sarcastic about it because the only 1.95 midfield who arrives late to the box is Thomas Sushek and he does not come out with a lot of goals.
Yeah.
So is it him telling the journalists and all the fans out there who has been yearning for the signing to be made in midfield, no boys, you're not gonna get it because it's almost impossible for me to get someone of that mold. Fair.
I think back to what Jim mentioned is about whether he really can manage a thin squad or he want to focus on squad in depth. Yeah, sometimes to me, if you ask me, if that can be an excuse, Jurgen Klopp is full of excuses. Alright, the pitch is dry, all this. The,
That
no
that is
biasness.
the media took out of context. Okay, if you look at the
But
whole
yeah, no,
interview,
he did. But he also did mention that, right? Did
yeah,
he
and
not?
when he said about the 5 substitution, Man
Uh,
United fans said, "See, he complained about substitution now." But in the first game, it was Man United who utilized the first team who utilized the five subs.
Back to
but
what I was
but
saying.
back to what you were saying. Jeef, you had no business to interrupt Jeef. That was
Sorry,
his
sorry,
time, my
sorry.
brother.
Itu
Okay,
itu
fair.
iklan.
Oh, to iklan. Okay, Jeff. Okay, okay, fair, fair. Go on, fair. Yes, Klopp, full of excuses. Go on.
Yeah, there can be like I said, two options. First
Uh-huh.
is he has a certain mindset of how his team should run.
Yeah.
So when this comes to injury, okay, he doesn't have what is coming next. What is his plan B?
Uh-huh.
In case things doesn't fall into place,
Yeah.
what's his next step? He doesn't have
Mm.
any idea.
Mm.
So in order to buy himself time, buy himself good excuses, he will demand for this kind of player that doesn't exist.
Does
Or
exist? Yes,
exists
I
but
agree.
doesn't score goals. Yeah, that's my take. Because ultimately,
Yeah.
again, a good teams in the Premier League currently,
Yeah.
I think bar Man City, I think the other team doesn't have good bench to
Yeah.
complement their
Yeah,
first 11. Yep.
True. Agree. And Jeff, at this current moment, do you agree with your gaffer that no, dipping into the transfer market is not necessarily the right solution at this current moment because we still got to look in within our squad. We still have enough quality to sustain the ambition that we have set for ourselves. I don't know whether it's really top four only, but I'm pretty sure, man, being Liverpool, they want more than just top four, right? Especially going
yeah.
deep into competitions like the Champions League, Jeff.
To be frank, I'm actually in the middle because there's a lot of talks. I don't know how true is this, but a lot of reporters out there,
Uh-huh.
some are reliables one who mentioned that Liverpool is almost 100% certain going to get Jude Bellingham in the next summer.
Yeah.
And if Liverpool is going to go into the market and get another midfield,
Mhm.
will it be another Ben Davies situation where you just get him
Yeah.
just for the sake of covering
Yeah.
up the squad,
Agree.
not utilizing him, and
Yeah.
come the next end of the season, you let him go on loan or you sell
Yeah.
him for a very cheap price.
Yeah.
And if you're going to do that, then there's no point. If you're going to
Okay.
bring a midfield just to fill in the squad to make sure that okay, in case the injury extended, then
Mhm.
I have this player to step in. But if nothing, if the players are back according to the schedule, then
Yeah.
we don't utilize him. It's going to waste a player career there, and we're not going to see any glimpse of the player on the field. So, like I said, I'm in the middle.
Yeah.
If we are almost certain going to get Jude Bellingham,
Yeah.
and then I'll be more than happy to actually see him not signing any player
Okay. But
this summer.
I want to hear your honest opinion right now or your honest truth. I want to delve into your psyche. As a Liverpool fan, looking at the start you made at this current moment, I'm pretty sure you guys are slightly shell shocked. I don't think any Liverpool fan out here can say that, oh, we expected this to come. I don't think so. Because that is an absolute lie if you said so, right? Because you look at Fulham, that should be a guaranteed 3 points. Okay, banana slip, first game of the season. You can make excuse for that. Second one at home against Crystal Palace. That is a shoe in for Liverpool, especially at Anfield. It's such a fortress, right? Then again, another draw. What's going through your mind right now as a Liverpool fan? And can we imagine a world where Liverpool does not finish top four?
Uh, in fact, before the start of the season, I took up this poll in one of the social media where they asked how many points do you think Liverpool will get for the first three games going up
Uh-huh.
against the like of Fulham, Palace, and also Man United.
Yeah.
And I confidently say with the like of Darwin Nunes,
Uh,
coming in despite Mane leaving, I still say that we're going to get 100% record
nine
9
points.
points out of
Okay.
9 out of 9. But of course, I'm surprised that we actually sleep. We have dropped a total of 4 points now,
Yeah.
and I know a lot of people are having talks saying that some already given the title to Man City, saying Man City will be the champion, which doesn't make sense. It's only two games in the season. If you're
Yeah.
gonna mention Man City winning the league title, then may as
As-
well you mention Arsenal as well
Arsenal.
because
Why
Arsenal
not?
is
Exactly.
6 points in Man City as well. So it doesn't make any sense. I'm not writing off Liverpool yet. Top
Mm,
four, league champion, top two, top three. I'm not going to write off anything because it's only two
yeah.
games in the season.
Okay.
But we have a big issue to address, which is our midfield.
Midfield.
Because our
Okay.
midfield is so thin that if let's say we have another injury, we're going to be in a deep trouble because
Yeah.
we have to look into our youngsters, a 19 years old, 18 years old, to step in to fill up the void.
Wow.
So what is in my head now? I think
Uh-huh.
I'm shell shocked, like you said. I didn't expect this, but yep, it's still early. There's still time for us to recover.
And boys,
So
football is such a funny game, right? Because last season, which was about 2 months back, Liverpool were just 2 games away, right, from almost
Quadruple.
immortality, a quadruple, 2 matches away. Okay, they would have actually set an unprecedented record of that quadruple, just 2 matches away against Real Madrid and then the last one against Wolf. Of course, it hinges a lot on the Man City's game as well. But two
Yeah.
matches away from that four, and then two matches into the brand new season. Okay, it's a calamitous start, and alarm bells are ringing all around Liverpool camps right now. And I was just right now. I think just now I had this conversation with my wife. Of course, she's an avid Liverpool fan. All right, she watches every
Ooh.
single thing, much to my despise, because she will wake up for even Carabao Cup. So she asked me just now when we were having dinner. She said, "Hey, top two. Do you think Liverpool still can achieve top two?" Because she said, "I don't see how we can actually achieve top two right now, because it's right currently it's really doom. It's really bleak. It's really dark. Right, that tunnel." But I told her Liverpool's worst season was the injury ravaged season with VVD out, the whole back line out. I think one of the matches against Manchester United, you guys had Hendo and Fabinho playing as a makeshift defenders,
Yes.
and yet you guys came out as third. What is this injury? This is probably nothing to Klopp at this moment.
The
So
reason, sorry, the reason that I actually say that we shouldn't write off any team, no, not only Liverpool, even Man United at the moment with
yeah,
0 points at bottom of the league. Because
yeah.
if you look back in the past 3 seasons, right? Okay, I'm not trying to
That
attack anyone
quite
here, but
quite
but
loud.
if you look back, all right, Man City in
Yeah.
the last 2 3
Quite
seasons, right?
quite low. I'm about to drink. Okay, continue, Jim, continue.
Don't make you laugh.
Tu dia.
Right, if you look at Man City, right, they
Yeah.
actually dropped 5 points and also 7 points in the past out of the 3 seasons, right?
Yeah.
Last 3 seasons, they dropped
Yeah.
5 and 7 points, and yet in these two seasons where they actually dropped point early on, they
Mhm.
go on and win the league title.
Yeah.
So if people are going to be panic and say that, look, Liverpool is not going to be in top four,
Uh-huh.
Man United is going to be relegated come end of the
Mhm.
season. For me, these two games doesn't really summarize the whole season, because you say a 36 game, you're telling me other team will not drop points for the next 36
Yeah.
games?
Agree.
They're going to
Agree.
Yeah.
win all the game? Definitely
Agree.
no. Even
Hey,
Man
Jeep.
City will drop points. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes,
Actually,
bro.
I got a question for Jeep. I think I
Yeah.
have a personal duel with some of my Liverpool fans.
There you go.
Because
There
I
you go.
always no, because I always try to tell
Ding,
them
ding,
that
ding.
losing Sadio Mane is
Yes.
very important.
Bring it on.
I think
It's
losing Sadio Mane is the biggest mistake they can make. I always
Mm-mm.
value Mane more than Salah, although Salah gets the goals. But it's the
me
Mane
too.
effect on the pitch.
Me too.
Do you think the past two games, okay, don't think about the the red card to
The
Darwin
red card,
Nunes.
yeah.
In terms
Yeah.
of the movement in the front three,
Yeah.
do you think you were missing Sadio Mane?
Yes, fair. Right on the money, man.
Yes.
Good question.
Definitely, because if you look, Diaz, I'm not saying Diaz is below par and so on.
Mhm.
Diaz is a good player, important player. He showed how important he is when he joined us in January last season.
Yeah.
But if you look at the first two games, right, I just point out the last game against Palace.
Mm.
You can see the positioning where Liverpool used to attack from the wing,
Mm.
and you can see how Mane and Salah used to make those inside run. And without Mane now, I don't know whether this is a tactical setup by Klopp.
Mm.
You don't see Diaz do that.
Yeah.
Diaz will play as wide as he can,
Yeah.
and he will cut in at the very last minute at the corner flag,
Yeah.
and then he tried to cut in from there.
Exactly.
And
Their centre forward are not even pulling their defender centre backs out of position. No?
Position. Yeah.
correct,
Yeah.
and you
Yeah.
don't see much of Salah and also
Uh-huh.
Diaz in the box in the past two games as well.
Yeah.
They played a very wide role, probably because this is to like how I said, Darwin Nunes is a proper number 9.
Yeah.
We are no longer playing with Firmino, who is the false 9, who creates space for
Mm.
Mane and also Salah to make the run in.
Mhm.
We are having a proper striker where we can actually make use of the crosses that we used to, those long balls into the box for
Yep.
someone to finally convert it. Probably that is how Klopp wants to build the squad around Nunes now. You no longer have to make the run in.
Yeah.
Let Nunes make the run into the box, create chances for him, throw the balls in for him to convert. So I'm not sure if that is part of Klopp tactical or his mastermind at the moment, but I would say money is a big miss. Yes,
Uh-huh.
you can see very obvious. The work rate is the most important one that
Yes.
we've been
Yes.
I
missing at the
agree,
front.
Jeff. I agree, man.
Yeah.
Agree.
Looking back, how Mane used to drag back for the ball until the
Yeah.
halfway line and try to win
Yeah.
back the ball. We
Yeah.
don't see that in the past two games in Diaz. But again, I'm not just because I say this. It's not that because I don't like Diaz. I say Diaz is a bad player. No,
No, fair point, man.
I
Fair point. Yeah.
I love that guy. He
Yeah.
scored a brilliant goal against Palace. He
Yeah.
saved us 1 point.
Yeah.
But yes, money presence is missed at the moment. Yeah.
And then, boys, I think this will be a recurring theme, right? Every single time when Liverpool fails to win a game, Twitter will be flooded with Mane's picture in a Bayern
Exactly.
Munich shirt, all right, with the loud hailer.
Worse if Mane scored for Bayern that same weekend.
Every single week, yes.
Yeah.
And then they say, could have been you guys. It could have been for Liverpool, but you want to play, you want to pay the Egyptian king 300K and you completely forgo, all right, the Senegalese king, and that's why you guys are not winning games. Jif, is it frustrating as a Liverpool fan going through this again and again, the same motion every single time when you don't score, when you don't win? Oh, you are missing money.
Yes. Like how I said. Yes. For myself personally, I miss money as well.
Yeah.
Being having him in the squad, but he is gone. We can't be living in the past hoping money is there converting goals for us and so on. And you got to stop bringing in money into the picture because Mane decided to leave Liverpool in his interview was
Yeah.
1 year ago. It wasn't end of the season,
Oh,
so
okay.
he
Okay.
already said that he wanted to leave, and the decision was made a year ago.
I see.
And we respect that for what he have done for the club, his
Okay.
contribution to the club. And I think he got. I can't stop the internet from showing up his picture smiling in a Munich
The loud
kit.
hailer. The loud
Yeah, the
hailer.
hailer, yes. But yeah, we'll just see how it goes.
Okay. All right.
I think Diaz will fill the
Okay,
void.
Jeff, you ready for the comments? A lot of Man City boys came in.
Yes.
Jeff, Liverpool Darwin ke belum? Liverpool jangan Nunes lama-lama.
Oh, you wanted to say Nunes as nangis lah.
Nangis, nangis.
Nice one.
He support what club again? Huh?
Man City, Malaysia, man. I think he's. Amin, where you from, Amin? Maybe you guys can probably hook up for a wrestling match because Jeff is in KL. If you're in KL, let's book a ring. All right, let's get this sorted out properly. Okay, all gloves off. Every day should have deduced DDG is the weakest link in menu. He would never fit into play from the back. Okay, right after this, it's already United's time. Okay, scary times. So remember what Pep did the first thing at City? He left out hard. Oh, okay. This is about playing from the back. Okay, all right. And then the next one, unless Klopp look to getting a midfielder for the future to replace Hendo eventually, I think that will happen, right, Jim? You can see
Definitely.
Hendo, he is really in serious decline. Man. Not his
Yeah.
fault though. Not his fault.
It's just age catching up
Yeah,
with him. Yeah.
aging, man. Aging is a cruel factor. Relax lah, still early.
Haizam seems to be in a good mood.
Haizam good mood. Of course. He good mood. Standard. These are standard. These are standard template from Haizam. I think a lot of fans forgot that once the cup games, European games come into the mix, that's how managers juggle their resources. Good point, man. Because why? This will be cramped up, right? If it wasn't cramped enough this year because of the World Cup, right smack in the middle, you will have more matches, especially this coming month, September and October. Oh, devilish month. Jif, gosok sia. Gosok.
Gosok.
Jangan tak gosok. The only way Man United to avoid defeat is another protest. Is that something that is viable, feasible, Fir?
Yes, considering my debut on Snapshot, we protested.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Last
Bro,
season,
last
money was
season.
used more as a false. Now, yeah, I think towards the end, right, Jif, he was
It's like
actually
after
occupying.
the African Nation Cup, yeah.
Yes, he occupied the number 9
Yeah.
position. Yep. Is this a gamble by Klopp to get money in order to give Diaz more game time, Jif? No lah, like Jif mentioned,
No
he has already
lah.
set his mind to leave anyway.
Yeah.
1 year ago, right, Jif? Okay,
Yeah.
Jif, your misery time is over. Right now is scary times. Scary hours, according to Jadon Sancho. Okay, because we are looking at this guy. Yes, we are looking straight into your eyes. How much lower can they sing, guys? Again, in the comment section, I want you guys to rate in. This is our last one. Okay, last one, and we are touching out. Before we sign out, I want to listen to you guys. Manchester United at this current moment. How much lower can they sing? How can they actually rectify this issue? And what seems to be the problem right now? Because I don't know. I don't get it. Jeff don't get it. Phil probably don't get it. But Phil, maybe it's best that we start with you, bitch. What's going on? What's really going on?
Let's start with
Too loud,
what. Let's
loud.
start with what I say. Hello. Where's Joe?
Joe pandai ya. He know this segment is about to come. All of a sudden, wedding shoot.
Yeah.
The wedding shoot actually not happening this week. It's happening next week.
He carry
Next week,
forward
are
lah,
you-
I
right?
carry
week,
forward. He called the photographer up. No, no, I pay you extra. I know what they are going to talk about on Thursday night. Never mind. Do it on a Friday morning. Yeah, my friend. Hey, what's the current problem, man? What's going on? What's going on?
Ah, okay. I think I start first with what I said last week. Okay, if they start Lisandro and Maguire, we will
Uh-huh.
get hunted by this Ivan Toney's height
Uh-huh.
and Mboma's pace. Yeah, that was clearly visible. I'm not sure why the people in the management or the board don't see this.
But how do you
Okay.
manage? Then how do you manage Martinez then? Because you guys bought him for a really hefty sum, man.
Mm.
Do you think it's an erroneous decision from the management to actually purchase Martinez, or do you think there is still a plan for Martinez?
Oh, I think there's a plan. In fact, I view him very highly. But there are certain games that you need to drop even your best player. You see, Ferguson dropped Rooney against Real Madrid playing Danny Welbeck.
Wow,
Why?
fair point, man.
Because there's a certain way that he needs to counter the opponent.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, at times when you put out your team, it's not to play to your strength, you know. Sometimes it's
Yeah.
to nullify your opponent's strength.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's all about having the guts to drop even your best players for the good game.
Uh-huh.
Ultimately, is the result. You drop your best player, you win, the
Uh-huh.
media praise you.
Yeah.
You keep your best player, you lose, the media will scrutinize you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one thing. Then I think it's really we don't know what's the boss doing. We don't know what's happening at the back end.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. Yeah.
every managers come and go.
Where
Have
do you
been
stand?
hinting.
Where do you stand, Phil, right now with the Glazers out right? At this current moment, it's really drumming up, right? Interest from the outside, and you look at Twitter, everybody's talking about the Glazers out. It's trending for how many days already?
Yeah.
For you personally, because I know Joe and his stance. We spoke in lengthy fashion yesterday after our football game, right? He mentioned that yes, I would love Glazers to go out, but I would not do this Glazers out thing, this
Mm.
overreaction every single time when we lose a match, because ultimately, it's the players, it's not Glazers who pick the players, it's the managers and the players who are responsible for every single result.
Understand. But the thing is, okay, if Ten Hag comes in, he set his own demands that he
Yeah.
has a full control of the transfer and
Mm-hmm.
it's agreed. Yeah, why he still I'm not sure why is he still stuck with players who cannot play against his system.
Okay.
In his interview he said that that wasn't the way his team supposed to play.
Okay.
Yeah, then but why are the players still with them?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you just leave Pep when once he get the funding, he get the control, he literally sell off all his fullbacks and buying Kyle Walker,
Yeah.
all these players because it suits him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, again, I'm just spinning this small hope by end of 31st August.
Mm-hmm.
We need to see players who is fit for our system,
Yeah.
who can play according to the managers. We don't
Yeah.
need big signings basically.
Yeah.
I can have another 8, 9 Malaysia who is we never heard before until they sign for Menu.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is a perfect players who can actually contribute to the team.
There's a bit of a
But
scattergun approach, Ajif. Sorry. Maybe let me just go first. There's a bit of a scattergun approach right now when it comes to the transfer direction. You don't know who's gonna sign. One day you are linked to Arnautovic. The
yeah,
next day you are being linked to Jamie Vardy. Are they going for 30 and above right now? That seems to be the profile they're looking at.
Anatovic as well, right?
Yeah, 34. Vardy
Yeah.
another 34. Uh, who is directing all this movement? And I remember Adrian Rabiot, right, Jif? They say
Yeah.
that, oh, this is not a player that Ten Hag wants. But also, there are credible reporters out there, some of the mouthpieces from Manchester United. They said that Ten Hag had a call with all these players as well,
Yeah,
trying
yeah.
to convince them to come over. So there's a bit of imbalance, man, and it's really not proportionate. It's not adding up to me. If the manager really does not want all these players, then would the managers get on board with the idea and get these players on the call and speak to them? Where you go, Phil?
Wow. Again,
Because okay,
challenging.
and you know why I say this, right? Because they say that, oh, because Ten Hag is not being properly backed, which I agree. I absolutely agree. He's not being backed enough. It's not that he's not being backed at all right? Because Christian Eriksen is definitely a player that he wants, right? I don't think Christian Eriksen was being recommended by the tea lady, right? Lisandro Martinez, he came in because Ten Hag wants him. I don't think it was the groundsman idea to bring in Martinez. And you look at Malaysia as well. Malaysia came in is because he wants Malaysia, right? Malaysia
Indeed.
wasn't being recommended by Carlos Queiroz. So
Correct.
these are all his players. He got three of them, And when you guys suffered the defeat against Brentford, right? Martinez started. He hooked him off 45 minutes, right? Because he obviously saw, oh yeah, that was the weak link.
Correct.
Malaysia, you're a United fan. Everybody will be shouting on top of the roof, start Malaysia over Luke Shaw, right? He had two opportunities to start him. No, still persisted with Luke Shaw. All right. Ericsson started from game one, right? Game two, we saw the worst of him.
Yeah.
So I cannot completely digest that, oh, Ten Hag is not being given the players that he wants. Because all players, fair, you watch football as long as I have, not all players will be back to the hill. Right? You ask Pep Guardiola right now, get on the call, ask him, did you really want Sergi Gomez, the left back they've just signed? He said, no, I want Cucurella. I didn't get him. He says, so I got to make do with what I have right now.
It's again.
Phil,
Oh,
Phil is
this
like,
is a
hey,
topic. Is
why
like
lah? I turned out,
no,
why
every
did
time
I
you
turn
talk
up
about
for
this,
this?
every time I hear this, I will be like, again, is about how much the players want to commit to the manager,
Uh-huh.
whether they want to buy into the system,
Yeah.
whether they are willing to sacrifice for the manager. Like
Mhm.
if you remember Alan Smith during Ferguson time,
Yeah, CDM.
he can't get into that striker position.
Yeah.
But the moment Ferguson asked him to play that CDM role, which nobody expect him to play,
Yeah.
he's willing.
Yeah.
He's putting 110 effort, and
Hmm.
yeah,
And
ah,
and that goes back, all right. That goes back to the managerial expertise, right? His tactical acumen. He knows that Alan Smith can't do that, so I try this out for him. And I'm not taking a pick. I'm not directing this towards Eric Ten Hag because he is brand new. He just got into the room for 5 minutes, so cannot be completely his fault. But what I don't understand as well, why are so many Man United fans are trying to absolve him from all the wrongs that he have committed so far? Because I look at some of his tactics, it's completely naive. And yes, it's a dilemma, right? You want to balance, you want to play your own style, you want to implement your philosophy. But there are also times like you mentioned, Phil, sometimes it's not about playing our style of football, it's about nullifying our opponent.
yes,
So could he have not been more reserved? And look, especially against Brentford, right? He saw that De Gea was having a hard time playing out from the back. Could he just shout it out loud, guys? Route one, right now. Don't try it out for now because you guys are clearly shook.
hmm. Uh, uh, yes, I think Ten Hag can take half of the blame. I think the other one blame is as a player, you are at the professional level.
Yes.
Yeah, if your assessment is you can't play according to the managers at that point of time, your manager instruction cannot be executed, you can decide yourself. Doesn't mean in training I ask you, okay, every time you get the ball, you cross, you hit, you score.
Yeah.
But if you get no opportunity to cross, you don't cross, you pass back, something like that. I think you are so professional in terms of soccer, you should know how to make your assessment lah. But I
Yeah.
think on a very positive note trying to pick up all the positive things around. Okay, I think Ten Hag need to start the first 45 minutes against Liverpool proper. The first
Okay.
two games, we
Okay.
literally concede all our goals in the first 45 minutes.
Okay.
Then the second 45 minutes, he make changes, he changed the play game. We did better than the first 45. I hope
Okay.
this is a painful experience for Ten Hag. It's a
Okay.
painful learning lesson. Pre-season, the intensity is not there.
Yep.
Yes, you can win game 4-0, 3-0. Yeah, but I think these two games a very good learning lesson for him. Hopefully,
Okay.
whatever he sent out in the first 45 or through the whole 90 minutes is what he knows what he's doing lah.
Yeah. Okay. And going on to the match itself, again, you're Ten Hag. Go on, pick your first 11, Jif, and what kind of approach will you adopt against Liverpool, who are not in the best of nick right now? What do you
As
do?
as Ten Hag, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Like, where can Ten Hag and United hurt Liverpool at this current moment?
If you ask me, it will be our wing back at the moment. Robertson to pinpoint out one player,
Mm-hmm.
Andrew Robertson.
Mm-hmm.
You can see again Palace. He has been in a pretty bad shape, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
His gameplay, his run.
Yep.
He no longer plays the way that he used to play, where he got 11 assists, 12 assists per
Yep.
season. Trent still continue that. Trent is still very offensive, trying to create chances from the right wing,
Yep.
pumping in the balls. But you see Robertson, he make a run halfway up, and then he
Yeah.
will make his run back.
Jif, do you think
And
he, amongst all the players on the field, he would be the guy who miss Sadio Mane the most?
Yes, and you can see it in the game against Palace as well. Like I said,
Mm-hmm.
he no longer make the run up because probably he and Diaz do not have the chemistry yet.
Okay.
Maybe
All right.
they do not understand each other game.
Mm-hmm.
But back then, when money is around,
Mm-hmm.
they support each other and they can read their game very well.
Yeah.
Where if money cut him, he would definitely go above money so that money can create another chance for
Yeah.
him. But
Yeah.
he no longer does that because probably because Diaz is there and they have
Okay.
to pick up the chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
But if I have to pinpoint one player that I said played really below par last against Palace is
Mm-hmm.
Robertson, and that's the reason why Klopp sees, saw that as well. He
Mm-hmm.
put in Simikas,
Okay.
even though there's a slight improvement, but I think it's not good enough.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's one side, it's probably going to be Robertson's side, I would say.
Uh-huh.
And
Okay.
also with the fact that, our centre back as well, having
Mm-hmm.
crisis, like I said, Joe Gomez is just fully fit. We
Yeah.
don't have any first team players. So our defense will definitely be a bit shaky.
Mm-hmm.
So it's time for, if I'm Ten Hag, I would go all out against Liverpool. I want to hold back, play safe,
Mm-hmm.
because
Yeah.
to hurt Liverpool now is to hurt where is their weak point at
Because
the
yeah.
moment,
Yeah.
which is for you to break through my mid to our midfield is easy task, I would say, for Man
Easy.
United,
True. True.
because looking at our squad now, we have a lot of injury. Like I said,
Mm-hmm.
until the likes of Milner playing, Milner shouldn't be playing in the game. I don't know, somehow he's in the team, but United, if they're gonna choose to play safe, I think it's gonna backfire on United.
Yeah.
So if I'm thinking, I'm gonna all out attack and
Yeah.
to try, to create as much damage as I can to the defense.
Fair, funny enough, right? Funny enough. I know this is a complete irony, but I think United comes in with a little bit of advantage over Liverpool. First and foremost, they're already rock bottom. They cannot go any lower than 20. No, no, and this is not me taking a dig. You get what I mean, right? They
I
cannot go
get you,
any lower.
man.
And the whole world right now, in the whole footballing community and fraternity, they are expecting a big footballing lesson from Liverpool.
Yes, agreed.
They are expecting the same scoreline as what it was last season. And for United, they cannot go even lower than where they are right now. Do you agree with Jif? Go on all out attack, throw caution to the wind, and do not think about the defeat.
For Liverpool, for Man U, in
For
goal out
United.
attack.
For
For
United.
United, I think no. Yeah, I think again what Jeff pointed out is good. The weakest link currently in Liverpool squad is the two fullbacks.
Yeah.
Robertson more scrutinized. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I think the two fullback is where the weakest link that Man U should target with people
But
like
do you,
Rashford,
do
Jadon
you,
Sancho.
no, but do you think United have enough weapon to hurt Liverpool where they are at their weakest? Sancho,
Uh,
I don't think Sancho is pulling up trees right now, and Rashford is really a pale shadow of his former self.
but I think this kind of game where the fullbacks are pushing up and leaving Rashford in that gap suits him
Ah,
well
okay,
because
okay,
he's running to space. Yeah, I think that is one thing Eric Ten Hag must identify. No
okay.
point putting them in front of Van Dijk or maybe Nat Phillips. No
Mhm,
threat at all. Yeah, don't
mhm.
waste your striker there.
In fact, I think Rashford did that against Liverpool quite a number of times.
Yeah, remember
Correct.
Old Trafford
Yeah,
that 1-1 Adam Lallana
correct.
actually came with a last minute equalizer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought Rashford had a wonderful time running into space that
Correct.
game. So that will be the tactic that Eric Ten Hag should deploy. All right, fair. Let's go with your first starting 11 for Manchester United.
Keeper, no choice. De Gea.
No choice. Okay, with De Gea right now, is there a pressing need for an upgrade or a backup, a proper backup to De Gea
I
right now?
think, of course, there needs to be a backup. I think if Ten Hag want to continue playing his ball playing game on the ground, they
Mhm.
need a change to the keeper. Don't force De Gea to play a game which he's not suited with lah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, all right, okay, all right. Let's go. First 11 for yourself, guys, and as well, last 3 minutes. I want to see everybody coming in big with their score line prediction. All right, let's go. First 11 for Manchester United.
De Gea. Left back, I think Malaysia deserves a run.
Uh-huh.
Centre back, if Lindelof is fit, I think he should partner Varane.
Okay,
Alright. Right back, Dalot, no other choice again.
okay,
I play two strong runners in the middle of the pitch, Fred
Uh-huh.
and Lisandro.
okay.
Okay, then probably Bruno in front of them, a false
Uh-huh.
nine as well.
Mhm.
Yep. Right and left, we have Rashford, Sancho.
Okay.
Yep. And
Who
out
should be
front,
who should be the up front? Yeah, the most important, the up front player.
I think Ronaldo. Like it
Cristiano.
or not, his presence is needed in this big game.
Okay.
Yep.
And you confident as a United fan that you can actually pull up a surprise on
I
Liverpool?
I, I think we can pull out a surprise. I think I go for 1-0. It's a biased prediction.
No,
But
no, no.
I think the pressure is not on us this game.
Yes.
Compared to
And
the other two games,
true,
we are
true.
expected to win.
Yes,
Yep.
yes. I agree. Fear. No, Jif, that's a good one from Fear, man. The pressure, rightly, what he mentioned is not on them. It's on
Yeah.
Liverpool. How do you first form up your first 11?
Gonna start out with the back. Confirm is it's definitely gonna be Ellison,
Yep.
and then I still got to throw Trent in,
Mhm.
and then instead of having Nat Phillips, I would have
Okay.
Gomez and Van Dijk
Okay.
at the back, center back, and then Robertson on the left.
Mhm.
I will have Fabinho. I will have Henderson,
Mhm.
and I will put in Carvalho, Fabio
Ooh.
Carvalho in the start.
Not Elliot for this one.
Because since we do not have any striker,
Okay.
so I'll move Salah as the striker, Diaz on the left,
Oh.
and Elliot
Okay.
on the right.
On the right.
Because Elliot is a natural right winger
I see. I
before
see.
Klopp actually no, shift him
Yep.
to a midfield.
Jif,
So
Liverpool, are you guys expecting anybody to come back fit for the United game? I know Bobby Firmino, Klopp mentioned, should be fine. Anybody else?
yep,
Jota?
Keta is fit. He was on the bench
Okay, all right.
against Palace. The rest, so no news. I don't think it's so too soon.
Yeah.
So yeah, having Keta and Firmino back will be crucial as well for us. If let's say Firmino is match fit,
Mhm,
then Salah can move back to the right and Firmino
mhm.
can start in the middle. So that will make a lot of change to the squad as well.
All right, and your prediction as well for this one, Jif?
Uh, I don't feel too good about this game actually, but
Oh, last 2 weeks. Happy.
happy. I gotta go with a Liverpool win still. I
Uh,
think it's gonna be a 2-0 win for Liverpool. MU
okay.
still will not be able to score, and their
Uh-huh.
goal of the month will be an own goal.
And last question of the night. Anyone miss me, Fear? Anyone?
Yes. Again, he's always my debut partner. Um, I will always remember
Always
Riven.
remember him lah.
Yeah.
And then Darwish Chewan Farteta. Thank you, Darwish. Love you to bits. I don't know who you are, but thank you so much. Okay. All right.
Darwin
So
Chewan.
I don't know who is it lah, Farteta, but okay. All right. Let's move on. I'm going with a draw. I'm going to go draw. Okay. And I don't think this is me playing safe. I think everybody will be extra cautious that day lah. Like it or not, they'll be extra cautious. But I think Liverpool will be on the attack more than United.
But as a neutral, will you wake up at 3 a.m. for this match?
I have to lah.
No.
My wife will be waking up. What? So my wife wake up, I will wake up as well. So I think no, but the thing is right now, right, guys, I think we all can agree. There's a slight different vibe to it
Yep.
when it comes to this derby. First and foremost, it's being played too early. All right, it's only the third
Yeah,
match,
Mhm.
and then not only that, it's being played at 3 a.m. Come on,
3
lah,
a.m. Yeah.
3 a.m. This is not Champions League. Maybe for Liverpool, Liverpool fans, they are used to it. For United fans, they are still used to it. Europa still same time, as Arsenal. Okay, but it's just a matter of you get what I mean, right? It's way too early for a game of this magnitude. Plus,
Yep.
whatever that's happening right now with Liverpool and especially United, them coming in together, I would have preferred United and Liverpool both coming in with a rich vein of form.
I think for me, if this game right is a very
Mm.
important game for both teams because if you want to bounce back from your bad start of the season, this
Yep.
is the game for you to get your win,
Yeah, I
either
agree.
for Man United or for Liverpool, because there's no other way to actually boost your confidence for the rest of the season
Uh-huh.
by beating your biggest rival in the league.
Yep.
Okay.
It's
All
a
right.
psychological win basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, true, true. All right, guys. With that, we sum up for tonight. Thank you so much, Phil. Thank you so much. I know he was in a mad rush to make it in time, Jif, for today's show. But hopefully, right now he can start eating. Remember the meme, right? Every single time when United loses a match, and then this guy with the thick mustache, somebody is trying to feed him makan lah, eat lah.
Somehow, when I look at the meme, it reminds me of Nacho Libre, Jack Black in Nacho Libre.
Fair. So go back, eat proper, all right, sleep good. Football is just an entertainment for you. Eat. And Jeff, badminton is not your sport. It's still football, okay? So don't disappoint us, all right? And with that, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. This is me, your boy, Anterta, or according to the guy, Farterta, Jeff, and also Fair coming again to your screen 9 p.m. next Thursday. Let's see who's gonna come in with a better mood. All right, but for now, enjoy your weekend. Enjoy the football. Stay safe. Be good to everybody, guys. Love you to bits. Bye
Good
bye.
night.
Okay, bye guys.
Bye. You say bye bye again.